Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Nick Mason.
It's great to be here.
It's a big week.
D23.
And Borderlands.
Oh, what a week.
What a week. Look, it's going to be maybe a long episode or a long-ish episode. I don't know.
Or a brief episode.
Let's knock it out,
because, I mean, big D23 announcements, Disney's announcements, but maybe a lot of them we go,
Yeah.
Eh.
Oh, yeah, Toy Story.
Yeah, this might be a huge episode, but this also might be like we watched a lot of grainy phone footage of trailers of things we're not interested in.
Red Hulk,
and then we watched a bad movie.
Yeah, we did. Hey, listen, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Mason.
Okay.
Let's not spoil the fun we're all going to have.
Let's get a little bit ahead of ourselves and say that next week we're going to talk about
I'm
Alien
going to allow us to get a week ahead of ourselves,
Sure.
but not a little bit ahead of ourselves in this particular episode. Is that okay?
That's absolutely terrific. Next week, Alien Romulus we're going to talk about. So
Cannot wait.
Get your tickets ready, folks, to purchase and watch Alien Romulus.
The first reviews are in and very positive,
Yeah,
which, it'll probably drop a bit maybe.
Yeah,
or,
sure. Uh-huh.
I don't know, but
meaningless in a lot of ways.
in a lot of ways, but we'll see. Look, I'd be happy if it's the third best Alien film. I'll take that.
Sure.
I'll take that, Mason.
What about the fourth best?
No.
Okay. So you're going to be crushed if it's the fourth
I'll
best.
be crushed because then it would have to be worse than Prometheus, Alien Covenant, Alien vs. Predator, or Alien vs. Predator Requiem, or Alien 3. No, it'd be better than Alien 3, but maybe not Alien 4.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
It must be better than Alien 4.
God, I hope so. We're talking about that this week on Caravan of Garbage, though, if you are interested. Anyways, the news of the week, if you do want to jump ahead, there are time codes below. One is we've got some bad news for Warner Brothers Discovery, but good news for us.
Absolutely.
Normal men.
Normal man report.
We've got news on a Gambit solo movie, but not really.
Oh.
We've got news of the Army of the Dead.
I guarantee.
Yes,
But not really.
But not really. Army of the Dead sequel moving forward.
Is that true? I thought it was
No,
cancelled.
sorry, the opposite.
Yeah, that's
it's
what I
all
thought.
cancelled.
Don't give me hope.
You didn't even watch that prequel where they looked into a safe or something.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch that.
Then D23, we got trailers for all the new Disney stuff, including like Moana and 2 and other stuff. A new name for Avatar. Dwayne Johnson has a new project in the works, which looks dreadful. Toy Story 5, Incredibles 3, Frozen 3, Skellington Crew for Star
Skellington Crew,
Wars,
sure, yeah.
Andor Season 2, The Mandalorian and Grogu, Ironheart, Daredevil, Agatha all along, Captain America, Fantastic Four stuff, Lilo and Snitch, Snow White, Tron, Jared Leto, and Mufasa. And then we'll do Borderlands.
Terrific.
What do you think about that? I didn't even name everything.
That's
I
hectic.
just kind of skimmed the stuff that I didn't even mention here. Lilo and Stitch something.
No, you think you mentioned that?
All right, I've mentioned it then.
Okay, he's 3D now.
He's 3D now. All right.
Lilo or Stitch, whichever the alien is.
Whichever one is which. I think it's Stitch. Yeah, cool. All right, Mason, let's start with this.
Mm-hmm.
In Oh No, Anyways news, Variety are saying that shares of Warner Brothers Discovery have slid more than 12% in early trading on Thursday to an all-time low after the media conglomerate, heavily reliant on its pay TV business announced a whopping $9.1 billion write-down, reflecting the loss of value of its linear television networks.
Oh no, that's terrible news. But is it?
What is it? Warner Brothers Discovery shares are now down 40%. The stock wiped out more than $1.6 billion in market value. Now, this, of course, is off the back of David Zaslav, normal man and head of Warner Brothers.
So normal.
Axing everything. It seems as if he's gutting the company so they can sell it.
Yep.
Like make it lean and mean and then give it to somebody else, I presume.
Yeah,
but
Disney.
it just looks like he's fucking it into the earth.
Well, he's making a lot of money, so that's
He's still getting
for
his
him.
$50 million bonuses and all of that. They cancelled a new animated project this week.
Fixed.
Yeah, which is the Tartakovsky,
It is, yes, animated.
the guy who did like a bunch of great animated stuff. And now it's back at Sony, so they need to find a new distributor for that. So I guess they technically they didn't make it, but they don't want to distribute it.
Terrific.
So that's fun. Discovery's market capitalization is standing at about $17.2 billion as of...
Bearing in mind, we don't know what that means.
No, I do.
Okay.
So basically, it's worth less. So it's standing now at $17.2 billion as the market.
Sure.
But it was compared to more than $50 billion
when you say market, what are you imagining? Like a fish market?
No, a fish market. You have 50 billion fish, but now it's less. Now it's 17.2 billion fish. But it was 50 billion when Discovery acquired Warner Brothers in April of 2022.
Fake number.
Exactly, it's a fake number.
50 billion, I guess.
Yeah, what's the play there? This is worth 50 billion, and then it only has to go up, but it's not worth 50 billion. So what are you doing? What are you doing with all your fish?
Don't look at me. I didn't do it. I didn't value it.
The cratering stock, the
I've never valued anything that comes out of Warner Brothers.
Fair point.
Not once.
No, you like The Flash.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It was a good movie.
I agree.
The cratering stock, the disappointing Q2 earnings, the massive debt load, and the company's loss of the NBA. Oh, yeah, they're losing the NBA. Will put pressure on CEO David Zaslav to find a strategy and fast to right the ship. Yeah, this should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be sell more stuff.
Yeah.
And cancel more things.
Last month, Warner Brothers Discovery also laid off more than 1,000 employees in a bid to pare down costs. So at Allen & Co.'s retreat last month in Sun Valley.
Who?
It's some retreat in Idaho. Zaslav said that he was in favor of whichever presidential candidate could cut through government red tape.
Incredible take there. Very good. Very diplomatic.
And ease the way for future merger and acquisition deals. We just need an opportunity for deregulation so companies could consolidate and do what we need to do even better.
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it so good already. How can he do it better? This guy just firing firing 1,000 creatives and just.
When is somebody going to be like, "Hey man, you got to go"? Like, what's the?
I don't think there is one.
What's the point here? Like. We're talking tens of billions of dollars. I mean, it's all hypothetical. A lot of this.
Look,
but
I think
they're also not making anything like good, really.
I know. I think there's some behind closed doors meetings where he's going, yeah, it looks bad, but we're going to sell this.
Rich.
We're going to sell this off, and you're not going to get Zaslav money, obviously.
No.
But you're going to get a lot of money, and the shareholders are like, well, good. Sounds good to me. Let's destroy this corpse.
Absolutely.
Let's desecrate this corpse.
They also wiped out the Cartoon Network website. The site used to host full episodes of Cartoon Network shows, but now when you go to it, it prompts you to sign up for Max.
Nice.
Which is
people love doing that.
They love Max, which was HBO Max, which was HBO, I think. I don't know. I'm not really sure what's happening. But the good news is that this company is bottoming out, which is bad news for people that work there.
Sure.
But good news for this terrible man.
Yeah, I mean, I reckon if...
Remember the time everybody booed him when he went in front of normal people and people were like, we fucking hate you. And he was like, I don't understand.
I got a $50 million bonus. I don't understand.
I wear those puffy vests. I have big fake teeth. What else do you want from me?
Right.
I'm doing what the people want.
Mm-hmm. Look, as long as Legacy Superman comes out, that's fine.
It's a good
That's
call.
The last thing
That's
that
a
comes
good
out.
call by him
Yeah.
to make that movie, don't you think?
Agreed, sure.
My goodness.
All we need is a Superman movie and maybe another Godzilla Kong movie.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
A sadder one? You want to go sadder?
No, goofier.
Okay, even goofier.
Even goofier.
Like the bit when he picked up his son and he hit some other big gorillas with him?
Absolutely, yes.
That was pretty good, wasn't it? So, yeah, we'll just keep an eye on this as we always do. But it seems as if they're looking to purchase something else to bump the stock up. Because, again, he's talking about future mergers and acquisition deals.
Perfect.
Because that, but again, deregulation.
That adds value.
It does, exactly. And deregulation will allow him to
They should buy
do
MySpace.
That. Yeah.
They should figure out who owns MySpace currently. Is it Justin Timberlake?
Maybe,
Or Microsoft?
Yeah.
Just buy it off them. And then then they could have Max Space.
Yeah.
You know?
Go ask Tom from MySpace who owns MySpace. He doesn't, but he might know who owns it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Love all of this, Mason.
It's good, isn't it?
Love when a guy who sucks is doing badly. Feels good. But again, he's very rich. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to him at all. No.
Yeah. All right. Variety, they asked Channing Tatum. This is all out in the news already. They put all the pictures online about his Gambit role in
and he's like, can I possibly talk about the movie the other movie that's coming out that Zoe Kravitz has directed? Can I talk about that instead?
Where he's like a weird tech CEO man.
Yeah. Can I talk about that perhaps?
No, to Gambit.
No, talk about Gambit.
Put this sock on your head with the face cut out of it and talk about Gambit. Anyway, Gambit solo movie. He said, I sure hope so. From your mouth to God's ears. Write it into existence, my friend, please.
You've got a big tongue kiss in the ear for me.
That was when, of course, he's asked when he asked whether he's asked the Marvel higher ups about being Gambit in a Gambit movie. He said, "Of course, I've said it. I've been saying I want it for the last 10 years. It's Bob Iger it's in Bob Iger and Kevin Feige's hands. I pray to God they might. That's right. He's popular enough
from
where
Bob Iger and Kevin Feige's lips and tongues to God's ears.
Oh my God!
Right in God's ears there.
How do you think this could have potentially affect the plans of God's ears, but also
the Marvel Universe going forward?
and X-Men, whatever they're doing in X-Men? Because, I feel like they're going to keep like Daphne Kane, Hugh Jackman for a bit.
Yes.
I don't know. Probably not Blade.
I would say at absolute minimum, we're going to get Gambit in the Secret Wars movie, probably. If they're doing a big multiversal collision, a big multiversal car accident of sorts, I think at the very least we'll get another Gambit in that.
I think it's also smart to look what people like.
Sure.
And then do that.
Okay, the reverse Zaslav.
Yeah.
That's what we're calling that.
Yeah, that's right. It's a new tactic.
Take what people like and keep it.
Yeah. So, it's just a thought. But, not to say you shouldn't try new things.
Sure.
Because you should do both, really, if anything.
Yep.
So, we'll see.
Little advice to the people out there. Try some new things.
Yeah. It's going to be
not a new podcast,
No.
obviously. Stick around with this sputtering old jalopy of a podcast,
This is basically promotion for all these companies. That's all this podcast is.
That's right.
It just tells you about products that are coming out.
I mean, it's really disappointing. It's been going 10 years and they've yet to give us any money for it.
It is kind of crazy, isn't it? That nobody's been like, do you want some money? We've done some ads.
What
but...
about that time they said, do you want to do DC Fandom?
Oh, yeah. I did say no. That's on me, I guess.
But it sounded like work.
It was so much work, Mason.
Yeah.
This is the work.
Yeah.
I want to do this level of work.
Minimum work. And they just give us money.
Yep.
Just Zaslav, peel off one of those millions. Give us that $1 million.
Give us $1 million.
It's not $49 million.
Yeah,
you
Zaslav.
cheapskate.
Yeah.
We will get in your corner, David Zaslav. We will be there with the bucket for you to spit in.
Yep.
And what else do they do in the boxing ring? What's the coach do? He dabs at
Got
your
a
eyes.
towel?
He's got
Yeah.
a towel. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cuts you.
We'll do that. Yeah,
if
I'll
your
do
eyes
that.
are inflating, we'll do a little cut.
Oh, that's what that's for.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
that's
we'll
right.
do that for you, Zaslav.
Yeah.
Give us that $1 million.
But you have to be in a boxing ring. You have to be fighting somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe Jake Paul. Maybe you could fight Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Just two cool dudes.
Okay.
Go
Is
with
that the fighting one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, they're
what's-
both the fighting one,
Right,
but I
okay.
think Jake Paul's doing more of the fighting one at the moment. He's going to fight Mike Tyson. Here's another promo for you, everybody.
That's right. We're doing this for free. Free. That's right. That's probably on HBO Max. Something. One of your pay-per-views.
No, I think it's on Netflix.
All right. Then.
Yeah. Netflix love a live thing at the moment. You're telling me you watched Joe Rogan's latest special, and you said it blew your freaking mind.
I didn't say
you
that.
said,
at all.
how did this guy even think of all these jokes?
He looked at jokes people were making 5 to 6 years ago, and then he just said those as well.
So you did watch it?
No, I didn't. But I've heard things. I saw a little screen cap where he's dressed as a minion. Did you see that?
I mean, he was dressed as a minion, but this is like somebody else. Somebody had made this.
No. He's just.
He's wearing a big boxy shirt. And
Yeah.
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 He's a funny guy, isn't he? He's always up to something.
There he is.
God, he's a canny lad, isn't he?
Yeah.
Did you see him walk back his endorsement of RFK?
No, I knew he
Everybody
endorsed
screamed
RFK.
at him.
Okay.
But it's because he should have endorsed Trump. And I agree, he should have. What are you doing? Play to your base, you fucking idiot. What's wrong with you? All right.
We're endorsing RFK, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And we will not walk that back.
That's right.
Yeah.
We like that time he dumped a bear in Central Park or whatever.
I'm not technically endorsing him. I'm endorsing the worm that controls his body, that
Absolutely.
lives in his brain.
The Mr. Mind that's in his head. Yes, absolutely.
I don't think it's a space worm. I think it's just a regular earthworm.
Oh.
I suspect. But again, this is my guy /worm.
Mm.
All right, this is by The Wrap. Netflix has quietly... Why are you getting political, Mason? People are going to be so mad now.
Good.
At you specifically. As they should.
Yeah, I agree.
Netflix has quietly cancelled plans for an Army of the Dead sequel movie and animated series. So there was a movie...
What, after the huge success of Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon Part 1 director's cut?
Yeah.
That's weird.
That is weird.
A little weird.
They released both, right?
Don't know.
Those director's cuts?
Don't know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'll look it up
Please
and
do.
I'll tell you.
So we had Army of the Dead, which I didn't mind. You didn't like it very much at all.
I liked the first 5 minutes.
And then there was the...
But there was more
There was
than
more. There was
5
a lot of
minutes.
movie after that.
That's the twist. There was so much more movie after that.
Then there was the prequel, which was the safe-cracking German guy or something,
yeah.
which he also directed, I believe.
No, I don't know.
They were going to spin it off into this whole multimedia project, etc.
No, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, wait, the director's cut is out.
The whole thing?
The whole thing, yeah.
Great.
Okay.
6.5 hours.
And creating a universe, the making of Rebel Moon.
I love creating universes.
And Atlas, Jennifer Lopez is in a mech suit or whatever.
Oh, yeah, Jennifer Lopez is Titanfall. Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez is Titanfall.
It is.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is. Simu Liu's in it.
Oh.
And he's like, I'm also got a Titanfall.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great for him.
If you've never played that game, Titanfall 2,
I have.
you don't need to. Just watch that
Okay,
the
true.
Jennifer Lawrence
Okay.
movie.
Well, retroactively, I wish I hadn't played Titanfall 2.
However, producer Deborah Snyder said that the Army of the Dead franchise isn't entirely dead.
It's stronger than ever,
You
actually.
idiots, yeah. As there's a themed experience coming to Six Flags theme parks for Halloween. And she said, and I quote, "It's going to be a really cool experience."
That sounds cool.
Zombies.
Actually. Yeah. Nice.
Zombies. Some of them have masks, though.
Sure.
Remember some of them had masks? And some of them are robots or something. Because remember there was
Oh,
that...
yeah.
There were like robot zombies maybe or glowing alien zombies. Eyes or
yeah.
something's going on there.
Yeah, intriguing. Makes you want to watch more Army of the Dead.
I didn't mind it.
It's interesting that
It's not as good as Dawn
Zack
of the Dead.
Snyder has acquired. He seems to have acquired like the IP rights to Of the Dead. Do
Yeah.
you think that's odd? Do you think it's too generic? You'd think it would be not generic enough that you.
I thought it was only Dawn of the Dead and you can do whatever for...
Okay.
That's my understanding of it.
See, I would have thought that anything of the Dead, you're like, okay,
Like House of the Dead?
sure, House of the Dead,
Yeah.
Mouse of the Dead,
Mouse of the Dead.
Mhm, sure,
Is that Mouse Hunt too, but the mouse is dead.
correct.
God, they got him.
Grouse of the Dead.
Grouse of the Dead. Okay, these are all good ideas that
Agreed.
you own because you're allowed
said
to.
'em.
We've talked about this before, but like The Walking Dead was going to be, was it a Dawn of the Dead or whatever?
Oh,
And then I think somebody said to Robert Kirkman, no, just make your own and then you own it, idiot. And I
Nice.
was like, oh yeah, I would like $1 billion. And then he
Yeah.
did.
Then he
got
did. He's rich now. Yeah.
That was a good
Work for him.
It was a really cool experience. If
Yeah.
I just want to use a famous
I think he
quote.
should have taken that $1 billion, peel off a couple of mil, give it to that person who told him.
Completely agree.
Don't say it's of the Dead.
Yeah, don't do that. All right, let's D23.
Okay.
But before we D23, people would want a foot update, Mason.
Oh yeah, it's
Remember
not
how you
broken.
said you broke your foot?
I
You
didn't
kept
say. I
saying
said
that?
it might be broken. It's not broken.
Yeah,
Because I got the X-rays back.
yeah.
It's not broken. Could still have a tear in it. I got to get an
A
appointment.
tear in your foot. Wouldn't you be able to see that? If it had a big tear?
Internally.
Oh, internally.
You're not a doctor.
I was thinking externally.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, if we're external, I'd show you.
Are you taking...
I'd be like, look at this.
Look at this. Yap, yap. You make it yap, yap,
Yeah, I
yap,
would do
yap,
that,
yap.
exactly.
Do you get to take more time off work, though?
Maybe.
That's great. So that's good news.
I got to get an MRI.
Yeah,
Other than that,
sure.
it feels like it's on the mend.
Yeah, good. Have you been doing your exercises? I don't know which ones.
Yeah, I
or
don't
whether
know
you
either.
should.
They didn't really tell me to do any exercises.
Maybe you
so-
should see a physio
Sure.
or an occupational therapist.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
or a chiropractor, but for foot. A foot repactor.
A foot
rock flats
a foot rot flats compactor. I agree. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I will.
Anyways, D23, Mason. Most of the stuff is here. I'm going to mention some isn't. Maybe because it didn't catch my eye. Maybe because I just missed it. But we're doing all of the big stuff and some other stuff which isn't as big.
And in case you're wondering, the name D23 pays homage to the exciting journey that began in 1923 when Walt Disney opened his first studio in Hollywood.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
I did
isn't it?
ask you that for the show, and because I didn't know.
Yeah.
And now I know. Because why wouldn't you call it D24 this year?
So true.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mason,
Go on.
Moana 2 has a trailer, and Moana has a sister, and there's his little sister, and there's a new villain, and Maui's back. And
No, not Maui.
No, that's good.
It's good?
He's one of the main guys.
Great.
It's not called Maui, though. It's called Moana 2 or whatever.
Okay.
This was going to be a series, but I wouldn't say they've completely de-emphasized it, but there's way less Disney Plus stuff announced than they'd done in previous years. It's-
Decent amount of Marvel television, though,
Yes.
isn't there? Yeah.
Oh, sure. I mean, I think a lot of that stuff is left over. Like they filmed Ironheart like 3 years ago or whatever. But
Well, she's probably bloody covered in rust.
probably by
yeah,
now,
probably
yeah,
a
it's
bit
been 3
rusty.
years. Yeah. But so, yeah, big, I think because Bob Chapek was their CEO between Bob Iger leaving and coming back. And he wanted to de-emphasize like animated stuff in particular.
Yeah, right.
And do more streaming stuff. And that kind of didn't go very well. So now they're going back to the model like 2019
Sure.
kind of thing with some streaming stuff. But Disney Plus is basically a platform for things go to the movies and they go to streaming.
Would you say they're flailing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
sure.
this is the best.
D23, the home of flailing.
This is the best strategy though.
Okay.
For the moment, I guess. Anyway, Moana 2 is out November 27th of this year. I showed my daughter and she's like, I love that. Can we see that? And I'm like, yes, on November 27th.
No.
She's like,
if you could. If you get straight A's at kindergarten.
That's right, yeah. Also, she's got no concept of time and months and years, so she doesn't even know what that means.
So she'll be asking you, can we go tomorrow?
Yeah. And I'll be like, no, we can't. We can see Borderlands again.
That's right.
Your favorite movie.
You know how you loved Claptrap, the sassy robot who poops bullets.
He pooped bullets for that scene.
You know how you loved Kate Blanchett
Yeah.
due to her performance in the movie Tar.
She's given a good performance.
Yeah.
Then we got Dwayne The Rock Johnson came out, and he's going to star in Monster Jam.
What?
You familiar with this?
No.
He said, I love motorsports.
What?
I love monster trucks.
You don't love anything, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No, he said he loves motorsports. He loves monster trucks. Always saying
I've never seen any evidence that he loves motorsports. If anything, his performance in the Fast and the Furious movies would suggest to me he doesn't like any kind of motorized road-based action because he's always like, stop that. Stop that, you kids. Stop it. That's actually illegal.
Yeah, he is doing that.
And immoral.
Yeah. He said, I came to Alan.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
It's true. He's back too. I came to Alan and Disney to create something here that is...
Alan?
Alan Horn. There's I assume. Immersive.
Oh, you assume?
I don't know.
Who's Alan Horn?
He's bloody... What's the... God.
I gave you that fact about D23 being the anniversary.
Yeah, but you had a chance to look it up. Alan Horn is a consultant of Warner Brothers Discovery.
Oh.
It might be a different Alan then. I don't know.
Oh, they're bringing in the big guns.
I don't know who
the
Alan
Warner
is.
Brothers Discovery guy to make some good moves.
I don't know.
See, this is a mystery now, and this is exciting.
I'll find it. God, you don't even care.
No, I do. Is this just Dwayne The Rock Johnson's friend Alan? Is it part of his entourage?
Disney co-chair Alan Bergman. There you go. You happy now?
Not really.
Now we know.
It seems kind of boring.
I came to Alan Bergman
Okay.
and Disney to create something that
You think he's related to Ingmar Bergman?
Yes, an immersive and fun and live action from the POV of these incredible monster trucks. Eccentric and crazy drivers. Monster Jam is going to be a fun ride. So it's a monster truck movie, but it's from the perspective of
The monster
incredible
truck?
monster trucks, but also eccentric and crazy.
Are they alive,
eccentric
the
and-
monster trucks?
I don't know. They did that movie already. It was called Monster Trucks. Remember that? They had like alien squids in the truck. It cost like $100 million and it sunk like a stone.
Absolutely
It sunk
not.
so badly like a stone that recently we did when I started doing those box office bomb videos again.
Oh, yes.
It was the biggest bomb and I forgot to put it in because it disappeared so thoroughly that it...
No, was this recently?
This is a few years ago.
Oh, Alan Bergman's got some normal man vibes. I'll tell you that much.
Why's that? Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. He could be more normal.
Yeah.
I mean, he oversees Disney's full portfolio of entertainment, media, and content businesses globally, including Disney's streaming business.
Yeah, but I could do that.
He leads Disney's world-renowned filmmaking studios that produce high-quality cinematic storytelling for both theatrical and streaming release.
Yeah, but I could do that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Good for him.
Is his father Alan Bergman the American lyricist?
I don't think so. Don't know.
Something to think about. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, so look forward to that. A thing that looks bad and will be bad. Next up, Mason.
On his page, we can download a JPEG of him.
What do you want to do with that?
Don't know. I'll click it though. Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that's good.
That's a new phone background. I'll tell you that much.
A generic man.
Yes.
He's right though. He does have normalish vibes. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Avatar 3 got a name as well.
Is it Avatar 3?
No, it's Avatar Fire
and
Fire.
Ash.
Fire and Ash.
I love that.
Apparently, it's not what you expect, but definitely what you want.
Is it? They go to another.
They don't know what I want.
Do they go to another Avatar village and it's
fire
different guys,
village?
but they're fire people?
Doesn't say that.
But it is.
But it doesn't say it specifically.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Is that not what you expect, but what you want?
Yeah.
Then it is that.
That's incredible. Good work, James Cameron.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's out December 19th of 2025. I think Zoe Saldana and Sam Worthington came out and went, hello, yep, Avatar, everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone went, we know, we remember.
Put the blue makeup on.
Yeah.
Or get out.
Do you...
Imagine if they had to put the blue makeup on.
They should have to.
Right.
Do you have excitement for this?
And they're on stilts.
Do you have excitement for this in your heart?
Not really.
What about if you're on stilts?
A little bit.
But with your bad foot?
Oh, no. I'd rather not. I'd rather rest that foot.
I'm definitely... I mean, we've been watching... we watch Aliens and we've been watching the Terminator movies for Caravan of Garbage.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind the last Avatar, so more James Cameron stuff is...
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
interested.
I am interested to see how the technology evolves,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to be blown away by the story,
No.
as I was not for the previous two.
I thought the previous story was better than the first
It
story,
was, yeah.
though. I thought I was more swept away than I was in the first Avatar. But this one's going to be only 2 or 3 years? When was the last one? 2022? 3 years after the last as opposed to 17 years between Avatar movies. Yeah. But it is the biggest movie of all time, Avatar 2.
So true.
Fire and Water, whatever it's called. And then we have Dream Productions. This is a Disney Plus series that's going to stream in 2025, and it's actually a set between Inside Out 1 and 2, and it's in the dream part of Riley's mind where they make dreams.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so how do you feel about that, having not seen Inside Out 1 or 2? Maybe?
I've seen one.
And?
We talked about one.
Did we?
I think so.
On this show? On this show?
Impossible to say.
We don't know anything.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm not excited,
But
I'm not raining on anybody else's parade. You know
okay,
what I mean?
good. Cool.
You know?
Because I had
This is the year of not raining on anybody else's parade.
Really?
Except if you like Borderlands.
You told me it was White Boy Summer.
It's true. But I'm just supporting my boy, Chet Hayes. You know?
That I understand and can get behind. So yeah, this makes
applaud. Thank you.
This makes sense because Inside Out 2 just made $1 billion also. I mean, they'd obviously already been working on this, I assume. But
now in the first, is it the first Inside Out where there's an imaginary friend and then he dies at the end?
Yeah.
Is he back in the second one?
no,
Still dead.
he's fucking dead.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This one should be called That Guy's Still Dead. The Dream World,
Who?
This Guy's Still Dead. The guy.
The guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Who knows? Bing Bong or something?
Yeah. Bing Bong, Dead and Forgotten is what it should be called.
Completely agree. Then we got Toy Story 5 announcement. Now, we knew this was happening. This is going to be written and directed by Andrew Stanton, who you might know from John Carter of Mars.
I don't know him from a bloody Alan Bergman. But also, John Carter of Mars, good choice.
I think he directed Wall-E, maybe? Did you like Wall-E, maybe?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a more recent credit than John
Yes.
Carter of Mars, I think.
He also directed Finding Dory,
Okay, sure.
Wall-E, Finding Nemo, and he co-directed Bug's Life.
Okay.
This is all good
So
stuff.
it's interesting you led with John Carter of Mars. It's almost like you were trying to assassinate his character.
Why would I assassinate the character of a man who directed a movie that I haven't seen? That doesn't make any sense to me or you.
No, because you're evil.
I do want to watch John Carter of Mars because I heard it's actually not that
Isn't
bad.
it just called John Carter?
Oh, yeah, because Of Mars doesn't play or whatever. They thought it didn't play.
Yeah, that's right.
To the foreign markets.
But you know what would play? Just a man's name.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Chet Hayes.
Put in a box set with a bloody...
Colin Hanks.
no, Michael
doing
Clayton.
that. Oh,
And
yeah.
Colin Hanks, sure.
And Chet Hayes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I showed you an image of this,
You did show me an image.
and you couldn't believe it. You said that's biting social commentary and says a lot about the age in which we live in now.
Because the kid...
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the toys. You'd think the toys are being played with by the kid because kids love toys.
That's Toy Story.
That's my maybe that's my old-fashioned brain talking. You know,
It's true, yeah.
Kids would be outside catching frogs,
Doing their White Boy Summer.
exactly. You know, by the fishing hole.
Yep.
They're playing in the dirt.
Yep.
Sand pits.
Absolutely.
Um,
Chet Hayes.
Chet Hayes, White Boy Summer.
Drinking from the hose?
Drinking from the hose.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They get a paper route
They would absolutely do that.
or route.
Yeah, they'd do that.
Yeah.
What else would they do? You know, that's all the real stuff that's real. You
Running
know?
around in overalls.
Running around.
With skinned knees.
That's right. Falling over, skinning your knees. You know,
But they weren't doing that. in this-
eating peanut butter sandwiches. And nobody was allergic to peanut butter back when I was a kid.
They all died.
they all died.
And you didn't know why.
They just died. I remember that kid died in our class. Why? Who knows?
But you thought he caught the flu really quickly and died.
Yeah, but actually, yeah. Anyway, you'd think they'd be playing with the toys down by the fishing hole catching frogs.
Yeah.
But actually, this kid's under the covers and he's looking at an iPad.
I think that's the girl from 3 and then 4.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Great.
And they're like, why don't I get played with? But,
Yeah.
but where's,
Well,
her, where's
maybe-
her parents?
Maybe become an app, Woody.
Yeah, Woody.
You idiot.
Probably is an app.
You stupid idiot.
Do you know Tom Hanks' brother?
Chet Hayes.
Yeah. He does the voice of Woody in anything that Tom Hanks can't be bothered with.
Interesting.
So like video games like Kingdom Hearts, any kind of home media kind of shit.
Interesting.
But he does. He
Okay.
sounds exactly the same.
Right.
And he's also in an episode of Scrubs. He's the Turner and Hooch episode.
Oh, yeah.
That's Tom Hanks' brother, Chet Hayes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Better hope that, that AI voice replacement thing doesn't come along,
Well, it
too
has.
quickly. Yeah. Yeah.
It's already
Well, good
here.
luck, Tom Hanks' brother, Chet Hayes.
Here's something.
Your white boy summer's over.
The
Put your overalls away and put on your business casual because you are going back to the office, my friend.
The toys will find themselves tackling electronic playthings, including 50 rogue Buzz Lightyears.
Yeah, I saw that. There's a little still of that. There's 50 Buzz Lightyears. Their programming's gone erratic. Perhaps there's an app that connects them.
There's probably
to
an
a-
app.
to a- to a
I haven't
tablet.
seen this. Do they look like...
They look exactly like Buzz
Oh,
Lightyear,
so
but
they're
they've got
not
like
like-
a red dot in their chest.
Oh, no, that's bad.
Hmm.
Like the guy from Hell, from that movie.
Yes.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes.
Oh, wow, there is 50 Buzz Lightyears.
Mm-hmm.
I want an updated design, man.
Well, too bad.
I didn't get it.
You want a Marvelized design? There's too many lines on the suit.
Yeah, I want it to look bad.
Yeah.
What did you think of? How do you feel about Toy Story 5, having seen 4 and 3 and 2 and 1?
I mean, I'm sure people said almost certainly they said of 3 and 4, don't do another one, they'll be bad. And then they turned out to be good.
They're all good, so this one will be good.
I mean, this is sort of their...
Even if this one is bad, their strike rate is still incredible.
Yeah, it's still 4 out of 5.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is their flagship, I guess.
Yeah.
Pixar, like it's what they're known for mostly. Oh, unless you include Lightyear. Then they're currently 3 for 4.
Yeah, let's not count that because that's...
Wait, no, they're 4 for 5 currently.
I don't think that counts.
Okay,
because it's not called Toy Story Lightyear.
That's so true.
You know? So,
but it's probably in the box set.
Yeah, no.
If they still
I don't
made
reckon
physical
it is.
media.
It's definitely not.
I bet it's in the Toy Story collection on Disney+.
Doesn't count. I'm going into bat.
Okay. They've locked it off separately.
For the 4 Toy Story movies.
It says you go onto Disney Plus and it says Toy Story collection, and then you scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and then it says sad ones. And it's just Lightyear is in there.
I didn't like it.
Depress your kids.
Could have been good, and it was boring and bad and sad.
But anyway, Toy Story, that's the flagship.
Yep.
If they're going to get one of these right, it's going to be this one.
It does make sense because they are, again, they're going back to, and this is like Iger's thing, like these are as sure as you can get.
Yes.
You know, we'll talk about like Frozen 2 and other things. And then, but also they're doing some original stuff. This was one called Hoppers, which is John Hamm and Bobby Moynihan in 2026. And that's about a girl who puts a brain into a robot beaver or something.
What? What I think happened
What do you
there,
mean what?
No, what I think happened there is you completely lost focus in the middle of the sentence and then you just did random word association.
I don't disagree. 2026, that one's coming out. Let me check.
Okay. Now that you got right.
Yeah. Synopsis, here we go. A girl's brain goes into a robot beaver for a look into the world of animals. So it's like Avatar, but so you infiltrate a community?
Yeah, I guess. And who's in that? John Hamm and Bobby Moynihan.
Bobby Moynihan.
Huh.
Could be all right.
Could be.
And then there's Elio, which is a...
Wait, is that animated?
This is... these are both animated, which is a space film and it'll take place to new worlds unknown.
Sounds like June
13th, 2025.
Sounds like another attempt at Strange World.
Strange World was bad. I didn't
Was
like
that Pixar or Disney?
That was...
DreamWorks?
I think it was a flat Disney one.
Yeah.
And it was flat.
Yeah.
As in boring.
Mm-hmm.
But it did have that incredible interview with Jake Gyllenhaal where he talks about this world's pretty strange too, and then there's just dead silence from everybody.
Right, yeah.
That's fun. That is
This world's pretty strange too. I won't elaborate. But think about it, you know?
Yeah. He's a greasy, oily man.
Yeah.
And this is a big one. The Incredibles 3 is happening.
Yes.
3 Credibles.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Bird is returning to direct.
Okay.
Who directed the other 2, and the one where George Clooney's from the past, but also the future. And it's the 1960s,
Tomorrowland,
but it's now, and the world's crumbling in Hugh Laurie.
Yeah. And why don't kids just go down by the
Why don't they
fishing
go
hole?
and buy a bike with
a
nickel?
Why don't you go and build a jetpack and go down the fishing hole on your jetpack and then fish above the lake with a jetpack.
With your jetpack.
Your jetpack. Kids today don't do that.
Then go home when the lights come on in the street.
Right.
With your jetpack.
That's right.
Stupid kids now. They don't do anything.
Catch a bug in a jar.
Yeah, catch it in a jar.
Jetpack.
You've got your jetpack.
Do that, you know? But kids won't.
They can't.
They're on their phones.
They're busy getting participation trophies for being gay or something. You know?
Yes, I do know. I've seen that. It's not just a thing we've made up. I've seen it. Or at least someone I know has seen it. I'm talking down the pub at a guy and he saw it. For real. It's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. We're the worst. All right, Mason. Frozen 3. Oh, Incredibles 3.
Oh, yeah.
So first, what do you think? 2 was okay.
2 was okay.
It also came out when Spider-Verse came out.
Oh,
so for me, I was like, oh, no, this is way better, this one.
All I really remember from Incredibles 2 was great textures. Good textures on all those character models.
Yeah.
The story.
I don't remember loving the villain. The villain in the first one was incredible. Nice.
It was the video lady.
The screen slave.
There we go. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think most of the big action scenes were stopping something. Stopping a train or stopping a boat and whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I appreciate that it's, you know, a lot of superhero media, even for very small kids, is like, let's
stop something.
Let's punch. Let's do a punch, you know?
Yeah.
Not every solution has to be do a big punch on the bad guy, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, in real life, that's the only way you get things done.
Yeah.
You know? These days.
These days, I mean,
Yeah.
in this bloody
Yeah.
climate, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
All the
yes.
things that we do.
Yeah, look, I would have faith on this one as well. Did
Yeah.
you say it's Brad Bird again?
It's Brad Bird, who
Okay,
also
yeah.
did the Iron Giant.
Yeah, great.
So, yeah, let's go. Why not?
Yeah.
Now, Frozen 3, it's directed by Jennifer Lee.
Okay.
Any relation to Dave Lee, do you think, the YouTuber?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Coming out of Frozen 2, we still have some questions, a lot of questions actually. And now you see why we need 2 films to tell this story.
Were there questions?
I don't remember.
Is somebody related to somebody else? Like, who's the secret? I'd never met my father. Is it the king? Yes.
There's a secret daughter. Snow has memory, or etc. This horse can fly.
Have I seen one of them? I think I've seen one of
You've
them.
seen one because we did it for Caravan of Garbage. I didn't like 2 when I first saw it. I was like,
Okay.
"Boo, this sucks."
But now you've seen
I've
it
come around
100
on it.
times.
I've seen it 100 times. Actually, I haven't seen it that many times, but it's better.
You've seen the first 2 minutes of it and then you leave the room.
I do.
You set it up for the kids and then you leave.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, I like it. I actually
You
think
go down the pub.
Yeah, I do. It might even be better than the first one.
Wow.
IMO.
Wow.
All right, Mason. Star Wars.
Yes.
Time.
Okay,
Yes.
sure. Yes.
We've got a trailer for the Skeleton Crew. This is set 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Oh, in the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Boy, a lot of stuff happening there.
Yeah. It's Star Wars, but in the suburbs. And E.T. / The Goonies / Flight of the Navigator.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that era of like
Yeah.
80s nostalgia, but a Star
And on
Wars.
the one hand, I feel like Caravan
Oh,
of
here
Courage.
we go. A classic rant from Mason.
I don't have any rants.
This guy.
I'm not invested in any of this.
You can't stop him.
Caravan of Courage, feels like it was kind of, I mean, it was made in the 80s.
It was made in the
So
80s.
it kind of, this feels like a little bit of a throwback to that. But it is odd that Star Wars has suburbs at all, isn't it?
It is a bit odd, yeah. You're against
But they're
it?
not in the suburbs for long because they find a spaceship and they
go-
hyperspace out of there.
And they go and see Jude Law.
That's right.
And-
Which I thought was interesting that the big reveal at the end of this trailer is it's like, guess what, kids? It's me, Jude Law. Like any of the kids that are seeing
Yeah.
this trailer are like, wow,
They've seen-
that's Dickie.
They've seen-
That's Dickie
No,
Greenleaf
they
from
said-
the talented Mr. Ripley. That's Alfie.
No, it's young Dumbledore.
That's Alfie. There's something wrong with his balls.
It's Yon Rob.
Remember he had to go to the
He
doctor?
went to the doctor and he said, nothing's working.
Yeah.
And help. And they said, it's all in your mind, Alfie. You're depressed. And he went, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot I'm 35 and I'm depressed. Good movie.
Yeah.
And it's true.
It's a true story.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
We see like different aliens. There's X-Wings. There's a wolf man.
Yes.
Doesn't he know
Like
this-
from A New Hope.
Yeah.
Or was it in the
Yeah,
bar?
there's a
Just a
wolf man.
wolf man?
Just a wolf man. Bring a wolf man back. And Jude Law's like, I'm a Jedi.
Somebody said, I'm not sure if it was for this one specifically. I saw someone on Twitter say, oh my God, there's a character from Captain EO in this.
What?
You know, Captain EO?
That Michael Jackson thing?
Yeah. It was
What-
Michael Jackson.
Was it oh no. I thought he died.
Nope, he's back.
I thought he's gone forever.
Nope,
he's
brought
back.
They brought him back for Skeleton Crew.
Shit.
Yeah.
But he's not really back, right?
Elements of him are
Like he's
back.
not going to spring out at me.
No, he is going to.
What?
They've put him on a spring.
Because I've been saying some shit, Mason. So,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, sure.
I've been saying some shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you prefer that his lawyers got sicked on you or
No,
just the
no,
corpse
the
of
corpse,
Michael
please,
Jackson
yeah.
got flung at you?
My goodness. No, I think that's interesting that you said you've just, in you saying Caravan of Courage, I'm like, oh, maybe now's the time to do Caravan of Garbage, Caravan of Courage.
Oh, finally.
We might even have, we're booked up, man.
Okay, well, too bad. Too bad, Caravan
We're
of Courage.
booked up. Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Another
we
time.
did it, if we found the space, people would finally go, oh, I get what they're doing.
Yeah.
now.
The reason is because in the lead up to Gladiator 2, and here's a little hint, I put together something called the Rusty Crowe History Trilogy.
I love that.
Which is 3 historical classics that
Okay.
Russell Crowe has made.
Is one of them Master and Commander: The Far Side of the World?
Yes, it is, Mason.
Hell yeah.
So look forward to that.
Okay, so it's that. It's Gladiator 1.
Yeah.
And then it's... Oh.
I mean, there's so many.
it should be an
Could
Australian
be Les
classic.
Mis.
Could be Les Mis.
Could be Virtuosity.
Is it Romper Stomper?
It's not Romper Stomper.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we could change it. I put Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah.
It's Ridley Scott as well.
Sure,
But we don't have to do Robin Hood. We could do a Robin Hood series because I know Hugh Jackman's making old Robin Hood movies.
That's true.
Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, what do you think of that? The Rusty Crowe History Trilogy.
I love it.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's our.
We could just, for the third one, we could just review Russ LaRock's I Want to Be Marlon Brando.
I would love
the
that.
music video.
I would love that. December 3rd, 2024.
Okay.
Star Wars Goonies. And then we got a little look at Andor Season 2. It's going to be set over 4 years and 5 years after Return of the Jedi. Not true, he got obliterated by the Death Star.
That's true.
Got really badly obliterated.
Yeah.
So the episodes, I want to say, is set over 4 years.
Okay.
So, and it's also going to reintroduce K2SO, sassy Alan Tudyk droid. And you've probably heard this, but Orson Krennic is returning.
Ben Mendelsohn is back.
Yeah.
Very good.
The only Australian in space.
That's correct, yes.
He also got obliterated by the Death Star. That laser shot right through it. Yeah, that's good stuff. God, this is so exciting to me.
Very exciting.
More Andor.
Even more so than Skeleton Crew? Even though they had the reveal of Jude Law.
I did like seeing Jude Law. I will watch Skeleton Crew with my kids, in particular my elder son, who's 45. I think he will enjoy it because he's a child of the 80s.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's right in the pocket for him. But no, so I actually think Skeleton Crew, like visually at least, it looks
very Star Wars.
Good.
It does, yeah.
I think they've nailed a lot of that. But Andor Season 2 is sometime next year. I heard a rumor of first quarter, but I don't know.
Okay, sure.
So it'll be nearly 3 years after the last season, which I will rewatch. I've already rewatched it, but whenever I see Andor, I'm like, I'm going to watch Andor again.
Do you remember back in the day when just there was 22 episodes of something every year?
No,
remember that?
I don't remember that.
Okay, interesting.
You're talking about Supernatural.
I am.
Or Monk.
Yeah, or Monk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they don't do that anymore.
Okay. Or that Supernatural Monk crossover. I think this guy's a vampire.
No, I'm a
Let's
monk.
Stake him.
I'm a monk. No, I think he's a monk, actually. Yeah, now we have 7 episodes and then we wait 4 years. And we go, oh, yeah. And then the second season isn't as good.
Did I watch all the last season? I don't know. I watched the recap.
What platform was it? Do I even have, does that even exist anymore? Did they fold it into another app? God. Anyway, Andor Season 2 and then shut it all down. But not before we get the next Star Wars cinematic experience. What is it?
Are you asking?
Yeah, is it Rian Johnson? Is it the Daisy Ridley new movie? Is it Patty Jenkins' X-Wing movie?
No, it's not that.
Is it the one Sean Levy's doing? Kevin Feige was going to do at one point. Are any of these ringing a bell to you?
I think, thank you for giving me options because otherwise I would have no clue. But I would suspect, if anything, probably the Sean Levy one.
No, it's the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, yeah. But after that.
No, they announced one.
Oh.
This is it.
Okay.
So they showed footage. And we saw Grogu in Beskar armor. There were some AT-ATs.
Oh, like a little Mandalorian suit.
Yeah, I guess so.
For Grogu.
He's sticking out.
That's adorable.
There might be Hoth, maybe.
Yeah.
This is coming out May 22nd.
God, that's a new version of Grogu that people can buy.
Oh my God, new
little
Grogu.
armor.
Little armor Grogu.
And they can probably do pristine Beskar armor and battle damaged Beskar armor.
Yeah, man,
Grogu.
That's cool.
Yeah.
This is out. Oh, you'll love this. May 22nd.
Oh, I do love that.
2026.
I do love that.
It's 2 years away, sort of, a bit less.
Okay.
And then Star Wars is back. It's Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, I think, is directing, but Dave Filoni is writing. And he does all the mid-tier Star Wars that we love.
That's right. He's right down the line.
Yeah.
He's not shocking anybody.
This makes sense from what do people like?
Yeah.
What's good? Mandalorian. Yeah, we liked it, I think, didn't we? Some of it.
I can't wait till Grogu starts talking.
Yeah.
And he's just unlikable. That'd be funny.
What are you doing? What are you looking at? But he's looking at the camera.
Yeah.
You at home. Stop looking at me. Enough of this. I'm getting drunker.
Go outside. Yeah. Go down the creek. Catch a bug in a jar.
Bring me a frog. Bring me a frog and smush it into your TV.
I was going to say, though, if any of those future projects that are almost all going to get cancelled, I would say the Sean Levy one will probably push forward.
Yeah.
If only because...
For now.
For now, because Disney is like, well, the main...
The reason
Deadpool Wolverine did so well was the incredible directing by Sean Levy.
Agreed.
And not that it's a fan favorite character, etc. And it's a team up of two characters that people have wanted to see together for years.
Sean Levy also did Night at the Museum, and he also did Free Guy, and he also did My Dad's in Star Wars, and he's from the future, and I'm my own dad, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that's right, he sure did.
So they've all done well, actually.
Good track record.
Yeah. Then we've got the Ironheart series. We did watch the leaked footage of this. So it sees Riri keeping up at MIT while
keeping up appearances with Hyacinth Bouquet.
Oh my goodness.
That's right. It's a new roommate.
I hope something uncouth doesn't happen.
That's right.
While worrying about a new superpowered villain played by Anthony Ramos.
You've got an oil on my settee.
Oh no.
That's right.
Coffee at 11, Elizabeth. Very specific reference. Don't worry about it, everybody.
It's good.
There was only 18 episodes of that show or something.
Only 18 episodes of Keeping Up Appearances.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And only 10 episodes of Mr. Bean.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know he's an alien? I got
What?
a comment the other day because we were talking about Michael Bean.
Yes.
And we've been calling him Mr. Bean, a great joke that you do.
No, you do it. I disowned it. And you.
And anyway, listen. And somebody said, I can't believe you didn't make the reference that like Mr. Bean is an alien.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Mr. Bean isn't a fucking alien. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know at the start he drops down from heaven? Apparently he is an alien. In the cartoon, he's an alien.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm an idiot. And then I can't find that comment. It's gone. So I can't be like, I was wrong. But I didn't say you're an idiot.
Sure.
I mean, I'm saying it now, but I thought it. And then I went, is this guy right?
Also, you were going to do a rare apology in a YouTube comment.
I was.
Wow.
But it's gone. So
Well, it's too late
I
then.
can't do it.
Yeah.
I could probably
Probably
search
because
for
you probably banned him in a rage.
I probably
in a
did.
blind rage, you're like, delete, ban, block.
I mute people. They don't even know. I got people been screaming at me for years. I haven't seen it.
What were we talking about? I've forgotten.
Ironheart.
Oh, yeah.
The footage. The
that's
suit
right.
looks better.
Hyacinth Bouquet.
Yes. I didn't like the Black Panther 2
No,
suit.
I didn't like it at all either. It's
like
no,
a Teletubby or
I
something.
mean, the idea behind the Ironheart suit is it's supposed to be a little homemade. It's a little bit kind of, and now it looks that way.
Yes.
So this is post, because we get from the trailer, we got some stuff from Wakanda Forever.
This is a series, by the way. Did I not mention that? It is
Marvel
a series.
Television.
Yes, that's right. Big time.
And Anthony Ramos is the villain.
Yeah.
Is he the Hood?
Don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know either. Neither of us know.
Neither
He
of
was
us
in
know.
Twisters. I know that.
That's so true. He was in Transformers: Rise of the Beast. That
I
we
know that too. Yeah. He got recruited by G.I. Joe.
That's right.
That we all know.
That's right. Now sit in this warehouse. Just sit.
Also, if you have any ideas for anything, we've got room. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
name a vehicle, like a car, but it's got tank treads or whatever.
Sure,
We
yeah.
can do that. Yeah. Yeah. What did you think of the footage though?
Looks fun.
I think it had big reshoots at one point as well.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. I can't say like that character was in Black Panther,
Correct.
but like I can't say I've been like, wow, I've been hanging out for more Ironheart. Like that movie just made me depressed.
yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
you know?
I do know.
Yeah. Not that's being said, I like the suit. I think that
It's a real sort of the new suit. Because what happened to her suit at the end of
They took
Wakanda
it off
for-
her.
Who did? Wakanda.
Wakanda, yeah.
Oh, they're like, give this back.
She had the slapdash one at the start.
That's right,
and
yeah.
then she got a slick one.
And they're like, no, you have to give this back. Well, I mean, Anthony Ramos is wearing like a hood.
Oh.
He's wearing a sort of cloak situation.
Oh, that's classic.
I've
The
missed it.
hood, probably.
But yeah. And he's got a big box of money.
Oh,
So he's got a little cloak on. I think he might be the hood. Villainous.
Yes.
He's got a demonically infused hood.
Could be Moon Knight.
I don't think he's Moon Knight. They're making it rain. She's getting up to some crime, so we shouldn't be doing that.
Don't do that.
But yeah, the new suit gives very sort of Iron Man Mark 1 suit, which I think is cool. It's got the, it's just the bare steel.
Bare steel.
Oh, and of course she does a truck punch.
Oh, yeah, truck flip.
Yeah, that's right.
Truck flip.
Yeah. But again, I appreciate that they've gone. It looks way more like the Mark 1 suit, and so it doesn't look nanotechy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is
Released. I'm just looking at the release date.
okay.
Oh, yeah, sometime in 2025.
Uh-huh.
And then we got a leaked trailer also for Daredevil Born Again.
That's right.
Which has been retooled a lot also.
All your faves are back. All your problematic faves.
Kingpin,
Punisher, for example.
Punisher,
Yeah.
Bullseye, White Tiger, Kamala Khan's dad for some reason is in this.
Deborah Ann Wall.
Yeah.
One of the Bash brothers.
Why didn't they take out Kamala Khan's dad?
Because of all the crimes he's alleged to have done.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, man. Are you sure that's him?
It is him.
Okay,
Yeah,
wow.
Daredevil is defending him. I hope not for real life reasons. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't know specifically about those allegations, how far they went. But it just seems like a crazy thing to even put in the trailer.
Yeah.
To be honest.
That's right, yeah.
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 Other than that, it did look good. I like the look of the suit. He still doesn't have the D on his chest. The
That's
DD.
correct.
You know?
But although he does have a series of different cowls of different
Yes,
colours.
from over the years, he's got a yellow one, etc.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You think they're relevant?
No, he just has a room full of shit.
Sure.
Just got a room
He's just
full
a
of shit,
hoarder.
mate. He's a hoarder, yeah.
hoarder, that's
They're
cool.
probably worth something and they're bulletproof, etc. Yeah, I think this was retooled to be, initially it was going to be a different Daredevil with some stuff that carried over.
And then people are like, what about one of the Bash brothers? What
Yeah.
about Deborah Ann Wall?
Because they were also, I think, going to be killed initially.
Yeah,
And that was but they've retooled this entire thing.
They said, let's start on a real downer.
Absolutely.
There's characters you like dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
There's nothing wrong with just being like, yeah, all the Daredevil shit happens. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter anyway. There's a big dude sticking out of the earth, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
So this could be good too.
Do you think they're going to reference his She-Hulk episode?
The yellow cowl does that already. That's your work done for you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, don't have to say anything else.
Easy and fixed.
Okay.
And another trailer for Agatha All Along.
I think they're going to be like, where's your big green girlfriend? And he's going to be like, stop it.
Come on, man.
Stop it. Also, she was green? I'm blind. I don't know if you...
Oh, yeah, he's blind.
She was green?
You can't hear the color green?
No, I don't think you can.
When he said she's green, oh no, because he could see at one point, so he wouldn't know green.
He would know green, that's correct.
Cool.
Yes.
Agatha All Along as well.
Okay, I didn't see this trailer.
Yeah, looks good.
All right then.
Looking forward to it.
Great.
That's out in. When's that out? Daredevil's next year. And I think there's a follow-up season. The season after that is pretty quickly. Agatha All Along is this year in September. Or September 18th. Oh, that's fun. That's fun, isn't it?
That's fun. That's soon.
That is. And then we got footage of Captain America Brave New World. There was a new trailer.
You're laying it all out on the table. If you're like, boy, is General President Ross going to become the Red Hulk? Yes, he does.
His hair gets darker.
Yeah.
Maybe he dyes his hair behind the presidential podium before
Probably,
he pops up.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the look of the Red Hulk?
Looks cool.
I agree. It looks cool. I like how red he is. They didn't dull it down. He's red. He's not like a dull red. Like that sometimes they're afraid to go like all out. He's red.
Yeah,
like it. Could be good.
That's from the top. Feige would have pushed for that hard.
Saying
Make sure he's red.
Oh, could be good. This could be good. This is coming from me, the top, Kevin Feige. And we got a look, more of a look at Fantastic Four First Steps. The most important thing, well, there's a couple of things. We heard some of the score. I don't know if you heard some of the score. It's very whimsical and 60s and whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. That's pretty much.
Wow. Okay.
And we saw
the Austin Powers theme.
Yeah, we saw Johnny Storm.
Which has a name. I don't know what it is.
It's called, it doesn't matter. But Johnny Storm, what do you think of the costume, the 60s costume? It's a spandex.
I think it'll grow on me.
I like it.
Yeah.
What about the hair? Because that's a wig. We know that because he shaved his head in real life.
Also interesting is that's a set photo, but we've got Eben Moss Backrack in the scene.
Yeah.
But it's clearly post them doing, getting their powers. So
he's doing on-set shit.
So he's doing on-set.
Yeah. Cool. I like the 60s outfit.
God, wouldn't you? You just love to be that. Just wandering on set, no makeup, no nothing, just showing up 2 minutes before the start.
You'll fix all this, yeah?
Yeah.
You'll fix all this?
I'm going to be the thing?
You'll put a big rock man over me?
I can even wave my arms like this.
Yeah.
Because the thing CGI is going to like...
Yeah. You take all that out.
Yeah, it's fine. More work for the visual effects artist, not my problem.
Not even a minute of this is my problem. I'm going to make it harder, though. Yeah. Cool. That's coming, do you want to say July next year as well?
You want to say that?
I want to say that, but I can't commit to it. Then we got Lilo and Stitch, a little teaser for that. Live action, summer 2025. Well, live action, because the alien's not real. We did get a full trailer for Snow White.
Okay, sure.
Which actually doesn't look too bad. I can't say I'm a huge fan.
Who's Snow White?
Rachel Zegler.
Oh, cool.
She's the Mockingbird or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck beating the Daily Wire's version that they're making. Yeah. I mean, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
But
in that version, Snow White's going to be catching bugs down by the creek. So
you'd hope so.
It's a bit of a tomboy.
That's what I want. But not too much of a tomboy.
Yeah, that's exactly right, yeah. She's going to learn to not be too much of a tomboy.
That's okay, cool. Yeah, lessons alert. Snow White's out March 21st of 2025. Tron Ares. So apparently... This is via Empire Magazine. An epic Tron Ares trailer just played. It revealed Jared Leto's Ares making his way into our world. Real-life light cycle battles and a cop car being split in half by a light cycle beam. Oh, and Jeff Bridges is back in messianic mode. I don't like Jared Leto.
No.
But everything else about this...
How's he keep getting work?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Whose children does he have in his basement?
Sure. Whose children doesn't he have in his basement? Is the bigger question.
So that honestly sounds really cool. Like seeing light cycles in the real world and
sounds good,
cutting through
I mean,
cars.
assuming they put as much care and attention as they did in Tron Legacy.
Well, you might like this then. Because, we can't get Daft Punk back.
I know who they got.
Because they're in Jared Leto's basement.
Well, they got Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross as 9 Inch Nails.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
That's pretty much as good as you could get.
Yeah, they've done a bunch of stuff.
They did the Social
allegedly.
Network, some of them.
Sure.
They did that new Ninja Turtles movie, maybe.
They
I
did,
think.
yeah.
I love that. I wish I could have seen the footage, honestly.
Yeah, that one that's been locked down.
Yeah.
Nobody got their camera phone out for that, did they?
Again, one of it's probably linked by now. Again, aside from the main guy, I like all of that other stuff. I like the sound of, and it will bomb because it's Tron.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
and it always does. The Tron movies are just for us.
Yeah, look, we've got some not particularly interesting stills. There's Jeff Bridges as Kevin Flynn in the Tron universe, despite the fact that he exploded in the last one. But he was
exploded into data.
He exploded into data, and they did the defrag program on him, so he's fine now.
Exactly.
And this is a lady.
That's a lady.
Who's that?
That's Big Tron.
It's not Big Tron.
I'm Big Tron.
And there's...
G'day, boys. I'm Big Tron.
I think that might be the same lady again, but she's got a helmet on. So that's,
I'm Big Tron. What are we having for dinner? I'm hungry.
Is it bits and bites again? Oh, bloody hell.
Can we at least cook it on a barbecue? For Big Tron, me?
Can we at least get a bloody pixelite JPEG of a big thing of soup? And there's steam coming off the soup? Can we get that? Can I have that?
Anything for Big Tron.
Can I get a pixel art of a steak? The big bone coming out the end. Big T-bone.
Yes, Big Tron.
Pixel art.
Yeah.
And it looks like in the foyer of D23 they did a light cycle.
Sick.
Looks like
looks good. Looks like the light cycle.
Looks like the light cycle. Yeah.
Of all of that, man.
Yeah.
And the final thing they showed was a trailer for What If the Lion King, but earlier.
Yes.
I've just written no, thank you. I don't know, man. I know the director.
Ooh, Tron Ares preview.
Oh.
2 minutes. Someone said it looks freaking amazing.
Let's do it. All right, I'm just going to pause this for now.
Okay.
So we just watched the trailer for Tron Ares.
That's right. A version of the trailer.
Yeah.
From a long way away.
That's right.
On Twitter compression.
It looks
weird angle.
Yeah, looks pretty good though.
Yeah, we got Evan Peters as some sort of corporate stooge, if I had to guess, and he's like, I guess what gets the future of stuff?
Hey,
it's actually in a
big
computer.
tech.
It's actually in a computer.
I already knew it was in a computer.
Surprise.
Of course the future's a computer.
Oh.
I know that.
You thought the future was real life friendship. Well, it's not. It's in the computer.
No, it's a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just told me as well that the reason they cancelled the last version of this was because of Tomorrowland?
Would Wikipedia lie to me?
I don't know.
It says here, in March 2015, Disney had greenlit the third film, the original version of the third film, with Garrett Hedlund, who was in the original one.
Yeah. Olivia Wilde.
Joe Kosinski.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick guy.
Yeah.
And Olivia Wilde. And then it was then in May, it was scrapped, and it was stated the reason for the cancellation was the result of the box office failure of Tomorrowland.
Thanks a lot, Andrew Stanton.
Yeah.
Or Brad Bird, whoever directed that.
Brad Bird,
we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah.
Anyways, just to get back to The Lion King, which is where the real news is at.
That's right.
It's a Mufasa prequel. And why did he become the Lion King? Because he's a stray. And Scar adopted him and said, "You're my brother."
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
No, I think.
Okay.
And then they grow up together, but then they have a falling out.
Wow.
It's basically the same thing that happens in that new Transformers movie.
Yeah, it
where
is,
they're
isn't
brothers, but then enemies.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Brothers to enemies trope.
I could see why Scar.
Lovers.
Yeah. I could see why Scar would be upset, though.
So he's the rightful heir.
Turns out he is.
Are you sure? Are you sure you weren't looking at
He must have done something wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. Was that not what happened?
I thought Scar was the adopted kid.
Let's check it out.
Okay.
What's it called? The Lion King Mufasa?
Yeah, man. Anyway, I would say in its favor, I think the character animation makes them look a little bit more lively than they were in the original Lion King, which was just animals.
You're right. I was wrong.
Thank you.
Mufasa, a young prince who would go on to become the future king, and Taka, who becomes Scar, a young prince and adoptive brother of Mufasa.
That's right.
Then he needs to get over it. I think that would have been way funnier if he was the real kid.
Right. Also, Scar isn't particularly flamboyant in this trailer.
No, what's going on?
Unfortunate there. I wanted to see the origin of,
Oh, hello. Hello, boys. And so on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not too much because it's Disney.
That's correct.
You would have walked that line. Yeah. That's out in December of this year, which I know you're excited for.
I'm not
And
interested.
that's D23.
Huzzah!
Did you enjoy it?
I mean, we did see most of it through a very bad Twitter compression video.
But it just some of the announcements, some of the stuff.
I liked that Tron announcement.
Yep.
I liked some of that Marvel stuff. I liked that Tron Ares is happening.
Absolutely.
I liked that Ironheart is happening.
Do you like Frozen 3 is happening?
I like the fact that there was no Armor Wars mention at all.
Oh yeah, or Blade.
Oh yeah. It's only been 5 years.
It's only been 5 years.
Only 5 years.
Exactly. All right, should we move it along?
Let's move it along.
Oh, before we get into it, I just need to mention there's more shows. I'm going overseas, Mason, to do some shows with myself and Plumbing the Death Star, 2 of them. It's a blend of the Weekly Planet / Plumbing the Death Star.
That sounds simply wonderful.
It will be wonderful,
Mason.
Mason.
Simply Wonderful tour.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is what I got from Joel Zammit, who's organising specifically. Said in Birmingham, there are tickets available at the Sanspants site, even though the Glee website says it's sold out. So that's good to know.
Good start.
Manchester on the second night, those are 50%. They're sold out also. The first night's already sold out. And Edinburgh's second show is also 50% sold out on the second night. But there are tickets available.
Okay.
Also, Birmingham, they came on later, so maybe they're just 50% sold in general. I don't know. So look, it'll be linked below if you want to come. The London stuff, there is a show we're doing. I'll fuck this up, Mason. This is all over the place.
Look, you try and buy a ticket for the show. Either it'll be completely packed and there'll be just a great vibe, or there'll be enough room to push some of the chairs aside and you can play like indoor cricket or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You're room for that, and
you're gonna have a great time.
A great time regardless.
So there's a live Plumbing the Death Star in London, which is happening. That's the first show that we're doing. That I think there's still tickets available, and then again Edinburgh, Manchester, Birmingham, not necessarily in that order. If you're in any of those places or can get to, it's linked below if you do want to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Borderlands is here. First got announced in 2011, or initial talk started happening.
I'll stop you there.
Yeah.
More like Borderlands.
Wow.
Anyway, back to the thing.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, thank you.
Just a little preview of
what's to
where
come.
this review is going to go.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. On a budget of $120 million.
And let me tell you, I got him. Continue.
It looks like it's going to have a $15 million US opening.
Sounds bad.
Which is bad. These are bad numbers for a very expensive movie. So look, people are not excited about this. It started with a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's right, but it's climbing.
It's at 6%. What do you think the story was?
Oh, come on, mate.
Come on.
All right.
You're a big fan of the games, aren't you?
I'm not at all.
Neither am I.
Is there 3 of them? 2
Yeah,
of them?
there's 3 of them and other ones. There's spin-offs and whatever.
I know there's a Tiny Tina's something.
There is, etc.
Which is a character in this movie. I'll tell you this. There's you better believe there's a planet out there. And it's a rough and tumble planet.
How do you get there?
I guess a spaceship.
You just get a spaceship.
Maybe they got hyperspace or whatever. It's unclear. But it's rough and tumble. You'd be like, why would anybody live there? Well, there's a vault there.
Why would anybody go to a Borderlands?
And anyway, in the vault, allegedly, there's stuff beyond your wildest dreams.
There might be a squid.
There might be a squid or some floating boxes or whatever. Stuff that could change change the universe.
Or not.
Yeah,
maybe you just don't.
I don't know. Maybe but everybody wants in, but nobody can get in. There's no clue.
It's been decades.
There's some clues, but nobody can figure it out.
It's hard to get into.
Yeah, the tomatometer, James, is at up to 9%.
Whoa!
And it's a 51%.
They flipped that 6 upside down.
51% audience score, so it's passed.
That's not true.
What do you mean?
No one's doing that.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you the raw numbers, James. Giving you the raw numbers. Do you think that's the Border fans?
Yes. No, here's the thing. If you're a fan of the games, you don't like this.
I've heard that.
If you're not a fan of the games, it's not interesting or doesn't make any sense in terms of like a new IP or anything like that.
I don't know, James, because according to audience member DJ, with a little tick next to his name, so that's a verified audience review.
Okay.
Super awesome movie. Loved the little ties to the game they threw in there. Would have loved to see everybody use a little of their abilities, but there's always room for a part 2.
No, there isn't.
Wow.
I'm closing the door on that right now.
Also, kind of sucked if you played Borderlands 2. You kind of know what's going to happen, but at the same time, it was amazing seeing it happen in movie form.
But it kind of sucked, is what he said, right?
I mean, that's the subtext, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This sucks. But not in an interesting way.
Right.
In a boring way. I wish it was more compelling in a boring in a bad way.
I was going to say, but I mean, the only way to find the secrets of the vault is you've got to get together a Guardians of the Galaxy style crew,
yes.
and then they've got to do.
And there's musical stings, and one of them even is Little Gamora. She played.
Oh yeah,
the Gamora in Endgame or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, God, this is the worst kind of movie for me because it's just
from a production standpoint.
It's kind of.
I would say design wise, it's not awful.
I think some of the action is fine.
I
there's a shootout in a cave.
I think in watching this, I didn't give enough credit to the action sequences in Deadpool and
Completely
Wolverine.
agree.
Many of which I thought were quite bad. But in retrospect, with the entire cast and crew of Deadpool and Wolverine releasing clips of that movie on the internet in 4K quality, I'm like, oh, remember actually
this was better.
Gambit got quite a decent action sequence.
I was always for that, and I'll say that here first.
Okay, but a lot of this was not thrilling at all.
No,
we get Kate Blanchett as Lilith, who's a bounty hunter, who's from here.
She's the same age as her mum or something.
Doesn't want to come back, but she has to come back. She's been
Let's do spoilers. No one's seeing this, man.
I reckon we can do 5 minutes without spoilers.
5 minutes?
Yes.
God.
For the borderheads out there, the Landos.
The borderline bloody.
Anyway, Kevin Hart is a guy.
Yep.
He's from the games,
he's Roland.
I think.
People hate it because Roland's big and stoic, but he's small and kind of stoic and not interesting.
What is interesting as well, I thought, it's at
least...
Is
it something in the movie or is it something external to the movie?
It's something external to the movie. Somebody has a review metric, I can't remember who it is, who said, would you rather watch the movie or would you rather watch the people in the movie, like, just having a conversation? And I think I would rather have that. I don't know if that's an Ebert or a Siskel or it's somebody else, but it's somebody like, would you rather see the movie or would you just hang out with the people and they have a chat or whatever? I watched a video of Kevin Hart and he was talking about his watch collection. It was like, this guy's quite interesting.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, Kevin Hart, for me at least, this is a rare Kevin Hart performance where he's not like an incompetent boob.
Yeah.
Kind of like he's a competent soldier and he's kind of like interesting and nobody's like, you're a little guy and you're no good or whatever.
I feel like he's not really in it that much.
No.
I mean, he's in it.
What I would also say is that I think everybody in this has been promised that when this becomes a big franchise, they're going to have big expanded roles. So obviously no one can die in this.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, no spoilers though, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just a bit of background. Do you mind if I just do a bit of breakdown of how we got here?
No, please.
So discussions began in 2011, but nothing happened. And then in 2015, Lee Whannell came on board to write and direct.
Okay.
And then he wasn't mentioned ever again. But then it was said it's going to be R-rated. Then Eli Roth, who ended up directing it, came on board in 2020, and it was written by Craig Mazin,
who did Chernobyl
and The Last of Us,
and some garbage, a lot of garbage. He's also written a lot of garbage,
but good stuff.
Sure.
Exclusively recently. His work was rewritten, and he was quoted as saying, I am not a credited writer on the film, so I cannot claim any kind of authorship on Borderlands, much less co-writing.
Yeah.
Filming began in August of 2021. Randy Pitchford released a video where he held everybody hostage on set.
Is he he's the guy from Gearbox?
The Gearbox
games.
guy. He's a real ordinary bloke. Tim Miller also...
In a good way?
No.
Like a real salt-of-the-earth guy? Oh, that's a shame.
Tim Miller, then, who directed Deadpool 2 and Terminated Dark Fate.
Mm-hmm.
He did 2 weeks of reshoots in January of 2023.
Because Eli Roth was busy or something.
Yeah, he was doing Thanksgiving or whatever. But also I feel like they might have just pushed him out. I don't know. And that's how we got here.
Okay.
And again, I knew this was not going to be any good. I mean, I'd heard it wasn't, but at the start it's like...
Hey, don't spoil it.
Yeah.
We'll give our true thoughts at the end.
It was like, the start is Kate Blanchett's like, long ago there was an alien race that ruled the whatever and there were pieces of this and we had to...
Immediately a bad start. I think if you have to get somebody to do some really...
You got to get the vault
exposition.
and the most special person in the universe has to open the vault and it's probably this girl, but it's not. And I didn't know who the person was going to be because they said it had to be someone from that planet who was special.
Yeah. And who's just got like special instincts
and just
knows stuff.
Like an whole life was kind of revolved around this planet and this vault. I didn't figure it out until they did it at the end though. Yeah, it's cast weirdly. And I don't just mean like because they're all 100 years old. It's not reflective of the video game counterparts apparently. But also if you take that all out, they don't mesh. And there's supposed to be these like heartwarming moments even between like the little girl and Kate Blanchett, but it's just, and they're not bad. I wouldn't even say anybody's bad. Is anybody bad in this? Because I don't think so.
No, but nothing about this. There's not even one like action set piece where you go, oh wow, that was really cool.
What about the bit where that woman turned into a bird?
I guess, sure. I mean, you don't see that a lot these days, do you?
You don't.
No.
You really don't.
Because of political correctness gone now.
Yeah, and there's a robot in etc. Also, it's not funny.
No.
It's not funny or fun.
Correct, yes.
And I don't have, I don't know why. I don't know, because there are jokes in it, And the funniest thing is probably the robot voiced by Jack Black.
Claptrap.
Yeah.
The only comment I have about Claptrap is I thought the 3D model is quite good. Like it does look quite authentic, but I did see a tweet from somebody.
Funny you mentioned
Are you
that,
going to bring that
Mason.
up? Is it a tweet from somebody who said they worked on the model for 5 months and then they didn't get any credit in the movie?
Exactly. So Robbie Reed, who goes by the helpful handle Robbie Reed the Rigger, says that he worked on rigging from the movie's Claptrap for a model for 5 months straight, the process which essentially gave a CG model a skeleton that the animators can manipulate. It is obviously a crucial job, and when it comes to Claptrap, we're talking about the most, arguably the most, Borderlands' most recognizable figure. He said, this time 3 years ago, I was rigging the CG asset of Claptrap for the Borderlands movie. I worked on him for 5 consecutive months. Neither I nor the artist who modeled him, who I worked with the entire time, got a credit for the film. And that's actually a thing that works in this movie. Aesthetically, like you said, I think there's some like it looks
like the game Borderlands
and sets and stuff happening.
Yeah,
like markets and bazaars and rocky outcroppings and whatever big vehicles.
And sometimes
but some of the vehicles are just cars.
At one point, they're like, "Oh, we're all wanted criminals, but we've got to go into this bazaar. Better put on these sort of neon masks that nobody else is wearing."
And also everybody's like, aren't you that person I saw earlier?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, no, I am. I'm Kevin
Bobby
Hart.
Lee, is he in this?
Bobby Lee's in it very briefly. Just look on the Borderlands Reddit. Here's just some titles. This one says, please do not watch this movie. This one says, this movie is such a weird missed opportunity. This one says the CG artist, model, whatever, didn't get whatever. This one said, my biggest issue with the movie are the guns. Yeah, apparently like the guns are a huge part of the game, right? And
there's like an infinite variety of guns. They all do different stuff. Sure.
This one says, just saw the film, please kill me. This one said that movie was horrible. I mean, might not be talking about Borderlands.
Sure.
This one said they Dragon Ball evolution to my Borderlands.
Ouch.
These are all good things, Mason, that's happening on the Borderlands website.
They are good, aren't they? For just some additional notes on the cast. So we've got Edgar Ramirez as Atlas, who is the ostensible villain. He's the head of the big corporation that hires Lilith to go back to the Borderlands planet, Pandora.
She's Peter Quill because she's special like Peter Quill.
Oh, that's true. Anyway, he's not very interesting.
No.
It's just fine.
But he does have a hologram face at one point.
Yeah. So we got Florian Munteanu. He's young. He's little Creed in Creed 2 and 3.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's little
Drago.
Little Drago. Yeah. We get Jamie Lee Curtis as she's in it also.
Yeah.
And then as you mentioned, her Ariana Greenblatt. So she's little Gamora.
Yeah.
And she's the little girl in 65.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I cannot get a handle on child actors. I think it's because they
wigs.
What's the wigs? But it's also
she was green in one movie.
Yeah. And she's also in something else. Something else we've seen. But she's fine. Sassy,
Sure.
Bit of sass.
Bit of sass, yeah.
I don't know. It's fascinating, isn't it?
I don't know either.
As I understand it, Kate Blanchett signed on to this because she'd worked with
During
Eli Roth
COVID.
before.
Yeah,
with
something.
House with the Clock in its Walls.
Okay.
But she signed on during COVID because apparently it was like she was expecting to be green screen or whatever, but they're like, no, it's going to be real sets, real, everything's going to be real. And she's like, that sounds exciting.
I love it.
Bit of fun.
I love real things.
And
I can see, but you can see how there's potential here, right? Like of the stuff of the scene of the games, like it's not really my thing, like humor wise. I think like I don't think I could sit through hours and hours of this, but people obviously enjoy them. So I think there is obviously something here, and people were looking to see a version of that.
Oh, Ariana Greenblatt is also America Ferrera's daughter in Barbie.
Oh yeah.
See, right?
I don't know what kids are up to.
I don't know. It's right.
What are they up to?
I don't know. Just being in movies, I guess.
Just being in lots of movies.
Yeah.
God, anyway, we're going to do some spoilers.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Worst movie ever.
Yeah, it's
It's flat.
It is flat, yeah.
Flat.
The action is not memorable. Nobody ever feels like they're in any real danger.
There's no heart in it. I mean, there's Kevin Hart, but there's no heart in it. It's like, I'm a clone and my dad hates me and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Who cares?
How
busy was your cinema? For me, it was me and another guy.
Okay, I reckon.
And I paid $31 because I had to go to a D box.
Ooh, I only paid $9.70 because I had Hoyt's points.
You, man.
That's right.
Spend so much on this.
Right. But
it's my weekly budget.
I was going to say, no groceries for the family.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, worst movie ever for you?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Yeah.
It's a shame, isn't it? I mean, at least we all know from the start that everybody in the world said that this was going to be bad, and then it was. We all knew. And that says something.
Yeah.
Anyway, spoilers.
Spoilers. Okay, so
anyway, the clone because.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay,
here's the thing.
So the only way, so there's supposedly this vault. Is there lots of vaults in Borderlands? Or am I thinking of Fallout? It's not important.
I mean, what that Fallout? People are saying this. People are saying this, Mason.
Oh yes.
Fallout is a perfect example how to adapt something where you might not have done things exactly, but you get the essence of what the thing is.
Sure, right.
And like I feel like this could have been that.
Yeah.
But it's not, it's this.
So there's a guy, Atlas, he owns the Atlas Corporation, big galactic corporation, and he wants to get in this, he wants to find this vault, and he wants to unearth the secrets of the vault, which is tentacle monsters and floating cubes.
Yeah.
But the only way to get in is you need to find 2 keys, and then you also have to have, there's a prophecy, they just throw that in, there's a prophecy that somebody from this planet is, or somebody who's special is the 3rd key. Once you have the 3 keys, you can unlock the vault and get access to all the cubes and whatever.
But also you turn into a bird.
Yeah. And so Atlas has
a drop of blood.
Yeah, he has a drop of blood that he thinks is the correct DNA to create one of this special person.
For some reason.
So he clones a little girl.
Why would it be?
Ari, which is Tiny Tina.
Yeah, but why would it be?
I don't know, man.
Could be anyone's blood.
Yeah, it could be, exactly. And so, but then Kevin Hart rescues her and takes her to the planet of Pandora, which is a bad call. You take her anywhere else.
Yeah.
Also, you'd probably, if you don't want them to access this vault, you'd just destroy one of the 2 keys.
Yeah.
You know?
Great point.
And nobody could get to it.
Yeah.
But then it turns out that actually the real child of whatever it is who can access the vault is actually Lilith,
55-year-old Kate Blanchett,
who can just now she's also got teleport powers.
She can teleport. Yeah.
At one point they're all in a bit of a pickle, and then it turns out one of them can teleport. They think it's Tiny Tina.
Yeah.
But then it's actually Lilith who did it. And then she
turns into a bird.
Well, I was going to James. How it's supposed to work is the prophecy says that when they get the 2 keys and the person and they go to the vault, then the everything is consumed and then the vault is open. So it's like, well, whoever opens the vault they're going to die.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big sacrifice. But then it turns out to be Kate Blanchett, and then that actually just doesn't happen.
Because she turns into a bird.
She turns into a big flamey bird. Yeah. And then she's got flamey superpowers.
And she fights a spaceship.
Yep, sort of Captain Marvel style, but not as interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she goes into the vault with the villain because he grabs his clone daughter.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm going to kill you in this vault unless you
have any sort of powers over the vault.
Yeah, give me all the technology.
Yeah.
But then there's a squid in the vault.
There is a squid in the vault.
And the squid gets him.
Yeah, that's
right. And then she goes, well, now that we've been in the vault, everybody's stopped fighting.
That's right. Everybody
and nobody's interested in the vault anymore.
Everybody have a big planet-wide party and fireworks.
No one's going to kidnap my friends and make me open the vault or whatever
That's
again.
Right, yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, I'll just let
no one cares about the vault anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, me and Tiny Tina are sisters or mother and daughter or something.
That's right. And there's swelling music and fireworks.
Yeah.
And it really feels unearned.
Yeah.
Would everybody be happy with that?
Yeah.
As an ending?
I think everyone was very happy with it. Yeah.
I mean, that planet now is like, it's useless. There's nothing there, right? Now that if the thing is done, they'll all just leave.
What about maybe in a sequel they have to save the rec center?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, isn't it though?
Yeah, I don't know, man. God, I don't know. Was it cut down? It went 2 hours.
It did go for 2 hours, didn't it?
Was there a mid-credits? I think there was. I left.
There's a mid-credits, but I can't remember what it is.
Because it's nothing. I remember reading it was nothing. Whatever it was. Anyway, while you're probably looking that up, this is from RC Dominion on Twitter who says, just saw Borderlands and it was terrible. No chemistry between the characters, not even one funny joke. Worst movie ever. Russell Michaels says, Borderlands wasn't terrible. Shocker of all shockers. It kept a brisk pace. It didn't overstay its welcome. With little real knowledge of the series, it was okay. It could have been far worse. Mid. Yeah. John Corner, this is from the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates group, says, I just got out of Borderlands and my God, is it dreadful. Disclaimer, I only watched it to make fun of it with friends. We sat at the back and wrote notes on our phones so we weren't talking. And this is from Shay Fox who says, definition of just a movie. Now, I said this last week. I think the idea was because Eli Roth and James Gunn, they have a similar background in kind of horror and making grubby movies.
Yeah, and you thought this would be a sort of grubby crossover.
Yeah, I think
to mainstream.
This is his Guardians, basically.
Right,
but
it's a bad movie, unfortunately.
I think a lot of this was tinkered with as well and interfered with by the studio. I mean, just judging by the reshoots and how many people came and went, which isn't necessarily uncommon on a project.
But I think I feel like somebody taking their name off writing
that's pretty
stuff.
significant,
That is
right?
significant, yeah. That's a real Alan Smithy move.
It really is.
And there's another guy, I think his name was Peter Crombie, and Craig Mazin had to say, no, that's not my pseudonym. That's a different guy.
Yeah, that's somebody else's pseudonym or a real person.
That's right.
I honestly don't know.
Okay, so the mid-credits sequence, Claptrap is in the credits, and he's there, and he's sort of like, hey, everybody, I'm back, and then the credits scroll up, and he's like, no, I'm going up with the credits.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah. All in all, you're looking forward to coming back to this universe?
No.
Yeah.
No, we won't, surely.
Yeah.
It's not doing well, and everyone hated it. So...
Who knew?
Everyone knew. Everyone knew, and they were right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Should we move it along to literally anything else?
Yeah. It's not. Nobody even gets like just one moment each. Like you'd think that each.
Kevin Hart gets like a sacrifice, but then he just shows up again.
It felt very.
The big guy gets his mask smashed.
Yeah.
They kind of do, but they're not.
But they're not interesting hero moments.
No.
And we, again, there's not.
Tiny Tina throws bombs.
There's not a vibe that anybody is going to die ever, and they don't. So
there's going to be 9 movies.
9 movies.
All right. Next thing, but what is it?
It's what we read.
Whoa.
What we going to read?
Whoa. I'm doing the thing. What have you been reading?
Oh, there's a new season of The Umbrella Academy.
Have you started it yet?
I have, yeah.
And?
Good, still good.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
Fourth season, final season, 6 episodes, so short season. And I reckon they're probably going to have to prevent the destruction of all reality again.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Guess, yeah.
Okay, well, I look forward to that.
So it's all the characters you know and love. I really enjoy the Umbrella Academy.
I am
as a
shocked they finished it.
Right. Again, I've said somebody at Netflix must be... I say this like the Umbrella Academy isn't a streaming success. I don't know if millions of people watch it or there's just...
no idea.
But there's no in the world of streaming. There's no guarantee that even if something is very popular, that it sticks around. So I think somebody one of the Netflix higher ups is a fan of this series, or a fan of Gerard Way, or a fan of the people in it, or maybe they just get along really well with the people making this.
You need some things to continue.
Yeah, maybe.
It just looks better for the brand if they finish some stuff.
Or maybe it's one of the rare things that maybe it is one of those things that actually works with the algorithm where people go, oh, Umbrella Academy, I'll subscribe to watch that.
Yeah.
They subscribe, they watch it immediately, and then it's somehow ticked over the line. But it's a good series. I enjoy the premise. I enjoy that it's not totally bound to the comic book series, so they can really do whatever they want.
That's right.
All the characters are good.
Yep.
But if you recall the last season, they had to reset reality.
Yeah.
And they lost all their powers by the end of it. But at the start of this season, there seems to be a sort of a conspiracy group of people who have started to cotton on to the fact that reality has been rewritten.
Yep.
Like it hasn't taken entirely. There's like little artifacts from the previous universe.
Ah, okay.
And so it's Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally are the head of this sort of.
Oh, are they back from the previous season, or is this a new?
This is new. Yeah.
Were they not in the previous season?
I think so.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And they're a couple in real life.
They are a couple in real life. And they're sort of the head of this group that wants to get back to the original reality. So
cool.
Fun. David Cross is also in this.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Good names. Well, I finished House of the Dragon season 2.
Oh,
let me tell you.
Yes.
No.
Why then? Why'd you do it?
Just no.
I didn't even know that it was out and finished.
Production begins on the next season, by the way, in 2025. So at the very least, that's coming out early 2026.
Okay.
So that's at least 2 years away.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this season was clearly cut from 10 episodes to 8. Well, it was, and you can feel that. Right. But I just like watching this, and there is some cool like dragon stuff. There's a bit where they go into a dragon pit, and like the dragon just kills like a bunch of people. It's great stuff. But if you think back to like the peak of Game of Thrones, which was some of Game of Thrones, like every interaction like meant something. Every character was like somebody's favorite, like you'd cut to somebody else and you wouldn't be like, boo. But this is just cutting to different people. And I'm just like, boo. But like it never cuts to a person that I like.
Interesting.
It's just not compelling. Characters make strange
You say that, but you've watched an entire season.
I don't know, Mason. I don't know.
Interesting.
I also skipped the credits at the start. I never used to do that with Game of Thrones. I'd just let it wash over me and be like, wow, I'm so jazzed for Game of Thrones. It's just rambling. It kind of ends where the first season ended. We're just kind of back where we were.
All right.
It's just not very good.
Well, see, that's interesting. I mean, speaking of the Umbrella Academy, that a lot of, several of the seasons have sort of ended up back where they were, but it's the difference in that the characters are very compelling and funny.
Yeah, and,
their interactions.
And the characters themselves, move forward. But a lot of the things that, Matt Smith's character spent the entire season, and this is not an exaggeration.
Eating a soup?
No, well, basically, yeah. He wandered around like a haunted castle having dreams. And then at the end, he came back to his wife and he was like, I pledge my loyalty to you. And it's like, yeah, dude, you've married. We know that. That happened last fucking season. I don't know.
Okay.
I think also, if Game of Thrones wasn't, so good at one point, then this would be more appealing.
Is it correct that House of the Dragon has exactly the same theme tune?
Yes.
Is that true? Okay. Lazy.
I do skip it.
Right.
But I think it's the same, yeah.
Okay.
So, look, I'll probably continue watching it in 2026 or whatever when this comes out.
With any luck, you'll be dead by then.
Oh, my God. Fingers crossed. God willing, Mason. But so that's what I've been watching.
Okay, great.
Chipping it, and then Lord of the Rings starts this week, and then I can watch another show that I'm not really into. And then
folks, this is a call to action. Let's find James the thing that he likes that he can watch.
Maybe I could watch The Wire for the first time.
Watch The Wire.
Actually, at the moment, I am rewatching The Last of Us.
Okay.
Which is terrific.
And season 2 is coming out soonish?
Yeah, at some point. It's a great question, Mason.
Isn't it though?
Let me find out for you. But while I'm finding it out, what are you doing?
Watch The Wire.
I will. I mean, I did finish The Sopranos.
It's as relevant today as it was when it came out. And when I was watching it on Channel 9 at 4 in the morning.
Oh, my God. It says season 2 will premiere sometime in 2025. God damn it. There was footage of it released recently, though.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Okay.
But again, I didn't love the second game as much as I liked the first one. But I feel like the first season even did some things better than the game. So I think there's some...
Nick Offerman, for example.
Nick Offerman. That's a great episode. Love that episode.
All right. Should we do letters?
Yeah.
Let's do letters. Letters theme.
The classic one was letters, oh letters, we love you. Some letters, they're only a day away. You know they're here right now. We're going to do letters.
Wow. If you're doing a reach this show, you can simply hashtag Weekly Planet Pod on Twitter. Or you can tweet me directly at Mr. Sunday Movies, or send Nick Mason a Gmail at weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com.
That's me.
Would you like me to read a tweet, or would you like to read a letter?
I'll read a letter.
All right, then.
This is from Evan.
Evan?
What's up, James and Meso?
What's up, Evan?
I've been listening to the pod for a long time, and
How
I'm a
long?
big fan. It doesn't say.
Oh.
I recently ran the Pittsburgh Marathon, which was my first race that long. It was really horrible. Just about the only bright spot was listening to the prequel trilogy's Caravan of Garbage compilation. Was the only thing that kept me alive.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank
Pod.
you.
My question is about the Olympics. I know you two pretend to be Australian. Since the Aussies have been having a good Olympics, have you been watching? Do you two have a favourite event? Yes, we do.
Yes.
It's the breakdancing.
It's the big time.
In which Australia fielded a woman in her mid-30s named Ray Gunn who achieved no points.
She's our Eddie the Eel.
Yep, absolutely. That's right. Incredible. She's apparently a PhD in breakdancing or something.
I've seen people I know in real life breakdance better than this.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It really is.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind, I don't move in these circles.
No.
This is...
It's just some people who get drunk and are in a car park and they're like, look at this, I'm popping and locking. And you're like, that's not bad, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not Olympic level, obviously,
No.
but it turns out it is.
But this is this was like a toddler showing their parents a dance they learned. Like, look at me. I'm flipping and I'm rolling.
Now, remind me again, how many points did Ray Gunn get?
0 out of 54 or something like that.
54?
Yeah.
54?
Anyway, so this person is apparently and allegedly some sort of PhD in cultural studies or something like that.
Right.
I don't know. Look, I want to do a full report on it next week. I'm going to get all the details, but as I understand it, they're just like
an enthusiast.
An enthusiast, but I don't know how they got this. There's some footage of her winning the qualifying heats.
Oh yeah,
and there are people in it who are better than her. So I don't know how
that was, because you told me this, and that was confusing because I assumed that in Australia, the Olympic judges for who gets to the Olympics, because it's a new event,
right,
didn't know that this isn't good,
right?
But it turns out that that's not the way that they.
I think even if you didn't know anything about breakdancing, you'd look at an array of them and go, that one's the best.
The one's doing more head spins.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that one's wearing a better Adidas tracksuit.
God.
You know?
Really good stuff, though.
Really good. Just a.
Are we still third in the tally?
We might be. Australia is obsessed with per capita wins. Like we don't win the most gold medals, but you go, well, actually, if
25 million people,
that's actually as a percentage.
We actually win the most medals.
We've actually won the most. We are actually the victors of the Olympics.
Yeah, but everybody does that in their own country. Like sometimes they do it by how many medals in total. It's everybody tweaks it.
Yeah.
To
anyway, Australians love swimming,
but we're losers.
Yeah.
In the athletics.
Correct. Yes.
But not always.
That's true.
Because we won some of them.
Kathy
and by
Freeman.
we I mean and then recently, but yes, Kathy Freeman, who I saw once at a hot spring.
Whoa.
But I didn't watch the last one because I had a 1-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was in COVID. It would have been.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch the one before that because I had a 1-year-old. Or I did watch it and I don't remember.
Sure, absolutely.
So I hadn't really watched it since like 2012. And I've been watching this one with my kids. Highlights and some of the live stuff. All the big main events are at like 5 a.m. So I didn't get up for that. But other than that, yeah. You been watching some? I mean, the breakdancing, obviously.
Obviously just the breakdancing, yeah. That's
cool.
the highlight, sure.
Yeah. Did you watch the pole vault?
With the guy that failed because his dong was too big. Yeah, I did see that, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Which is the better outcome, honestly.
Completely agree.
For him, certainly, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because, the winner.
Yeah.
The actual winner.
Who's that? We don't even know.
We don't know.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, also, like, it's the obviously if you're an Olympian, you want to, you're there to get gold and be at the pinnacle of your field. But I mean, realistically, what you actually want is you want endorsement deals and like viral success and whatever.
Absolutely.
Like I think the Ms. Reagan, I think she's probably going to get like a breakfast radio gig out
Absolutely.
of this.
She's probably going to host Australia's Got Talent with Kyle Sandilands.
And she'll come out and do a breakdance at the start of every show, or like the guy from Turkey who won the shooting, who's just a guy who showed up hand in pocket, just like that guy. What's his deal?
He was like pulling a cigarette out. Like that's what he's had. He just had his hand on a packet of cigarettes.
He's got his hand on his lucky pack of cigs. Yeah, that's right.
God, just odd bods. That's what I like. They should have the
right.
Olympics, but odd bods, which I guess it is still.
Well, isn't there a guy who he's a billionaire and he's running the enhanced Olympics? Isn't that happening soon enough?
Oh, is that happening?
Where it's like take all the drugs you want. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, that's pretty much the Olympics, but yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Anyway, thank you for the email.
You're
this
welcome.
is from Gran Toriano, who says, Marvel fucked, unfortunately. Fucked up Kang Dynasty. Every movie should have ended with a 2 to 3 minute little end cutscene showing a different badass Kang or an ultimate Kang making moves, monitoring timelines. Just my thoughts. That's not a terrible idea. Yeah.
Agreed.
Build up more.
I mean, we've really...
it's also kind of lucky they didn't.
Yeah.
Because it's not
that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'd have to do a post-credits where it's like, never mind.
No,
not important.
They all got lasered.
Yeah. But I mean, we've got to figure out what the secret of the 10 rings is.
Yeah.
And the secret of Ms. Marvel's bangles.
Yes, that's right.
They're linked.
They're magic.
They're going to have to go into Doctor Doom's chair or whatever, or his arm or something.
And then another dimension.
Yeah, another dimension.
And another dimension.
And another dimension. He's going to need him to make Battle World. He's going to need the 10 rings.
Give me the rings.
You
know? Make a Battle World. Where's Shang-Chi's dad? Give me the rings.
Exactly.
Wait, he died. Where's the ring? Oh, Shang-Chi has the rings.
He's got the rings.
Give me the rings. Are they quantum bound?
Yes.
I'll need them.
Well, you can't have them. We're going to have to kung fu fight.
Got another letter, Mason?
Yeah, this one from Ben.
Yeah.
In fact, he's two emails. This one's from Ben and Sebastian. They're linked together, James.
Wow.
So Ben says, hello, Nick Mason and other man. That's you.
Hello.
With the upcoming release of the highly anticipated Reagan 2024, are there any Aussie icons, political or cultural, you'd want to see get a high-budget biographical film? And so Sebastian has said, I'm very sorry to hear about the passing of Jack Carlson. He was a national treasure and I know meant so much to you two. Hope you're staying strong in this trying time. Tonight I will be having a succulent Chinese meal in his honor.
Yes, for those people who don't know, just Google or YouTube succulent Chinese meal. You've probably seen it.
It's got 1 million views, yeah.
But it's worth looking. It's a man in the 80s who apparently made a habit of dining and dashing, which I do not endorse.
And other things.
Yeah, and other. Oh, really?
Well, no, not that. But like, he's got a colourful history, I think.
Sure.
But he's
finally the law catches up with him.
That's right, and he's being bundled away into a police van.
Except it turns out he's the strongest man in Australia.
That's right,
and also the funniest.
Yeah. And very theatrical.
Yeah.
We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen,
This is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off me.
No, we've only got one cup.
Ta-ta and farewell.
That's all right. Get it back.
One cup, look. They've even broken.
I mean, that's all I'll say. But I think they might actually be working on a succulent Chinese meal guy biography because he just passed away.
Better him than like Chopper. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Guy's not doing as crook stuff.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Stephen Bradbury, the guy who stood up.
Yeah, that's true.
At the
Speaking of Olympics, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kathy Freeman.
People make fun of Stephen Bradbury, but he
that was his technique.
Yeah.
His goal was to hang back a little bit and maybe get a medal because he knew some people would fall over.
And
it turns out they all fell over.
Yeah. Also, he qualified for the Olympics.
Exactly, he got in the Olympics.
With speed skating, not breakdancing.
Yeah. What other local legends do we have?
Ooh, let me think.
Kerry Packer.
Yeah, local legend, absolutely.
They had a TV series about him.
Yeah, Murdoch, local legend.
Yeah.
Auntie Jack.
These are good ones.
Albie Mangles.
Yeah, Albie Mangles still alive, probably.
Yep.
Barry Humphries.
Sure, one of the greats.
Alvin Purple.
Alvin Purple. Fictional, sure.
Con the Fruiterer.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Who
apparently still does it. He goes to
I told
events.
you that.
No, I'm telling you that. I would love to be there. I would love to see it.
Yeah.
Is that all of them? Is that all our legends?
That's all our legends, I think. Yeah.
Again, just a pack of oddbods.
Yeah.
Those are my favourite legends.
Zig and Zag, the Moomba clowns.
Well, one of them, not as much as the other one.
Correct, yes.
Yeah. For reasons. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Got this from Sebastian Alexander who says, by the way, the extended cuts of Rebel Moon are basically the same but slightly more boring. #Weekly Planet Pod. Good to know.
Yeah.
I mean, we did know that, but it's good to know because I don't know anybody who watched it. So we got this message.
That's terrific.
So now we know. Confirmed. And what do you have, Mason?
I'm going to find one more email, James.
Well, while you're doing that, this is from Lachlan who says, please finish the Blade series for Caravan of Garbage. Mahershala Ali will be dead by the time they decide on the script for the new one. Blade in Deadpool and Wolverine is the closest to relevancy you'll get until the game comes out in 2027. There's so much to talk about in that trilogy. You're not wrong, but I don't make the rules. When they make the Blade movie, we'll finish the videos.
That's right.
Do you disagree?
I do not disagree, but I mean, maybe Blade now would be high time
to
do Blade 3 because it's got, it's Deadpool, it's got Wolverine.
Right. Well, look, we do have a little bit of a gap coming up.
We'll figure something else
in September, so maybe.
Okay.
Maybe come back. Anyway, I'm done.
That's right. Well, here's one more email from Adrian. My son's first listen. Ahoy, James and May. So recently I was on a flight from Hobart to Melbourne with my 6-year-old son. I downloaded some we got this covered
nice.
to listen to. He packed his Switch to play some games. Not long into the flight, his Switch ran out of batteries. With nothing else to do, I lent him an earbud so we could listen to the pod together. 7 minutes later, he handed the earbud back and chose to sit in silence instead. Keep up the good work, boys. That's from Adrian. And I can email back, sounds like fun. That's probably not the podcast I would introduce a young listener to.
I don't even know.
Because it is you have to explain the concept of clickbait to them. You have to explain why it's paywalled.
Maybe show them the Prince of Persia Caravan of Garbage.
Oh yeah, that's a fun
good one, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. That's fun. Anyway, thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Because that actually helps people find the show.
Sharing is caring. That's right. One day, when he's a little older, he's gonna go to his friends and he's gonna be like, one day my dad played me this podcast.
Yeah.
And that's why I divorced my dad. I did that thing where you divorce your parents. And now I work an office job. I'm 7 years old. But it was worth it.
We were coming back from Tasmania. All right, is that the show?
That is the whole show, folks. Thank you so much for listening. We absolutely appreciate it. Thank you
really
for
do.
telling your friends or your sons about the podcast because that is how we get new listeners sometimes,
true.
if it works out. And thank you for leaving a 5-star review on your podcast app of choice. James will read it out for you if you do.
Now, brother.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
This one's from CJ Mans, who says 5.5 stars. Very normal man David Zaslav probably isn't a fan of this pro writer / actor strike podcast. But if you're not David Zaslav, you'll probably like the podcast. But if you don't know who David Zaslav is, this review may not be for you. So get lost. Anyways, best podcast ever.
A lot of alienating layers there, and I love that.
Me too. This is from Eric, the meme maker, who says, if you don't mean my review, I'm going to go all rude Obi-Wan on you. #rude Obi-Wan, Disney Plus, how's rated R? Yeah.
So true.
We read it, so you don't have to,
true.
You don't have to go rude Obi-Wan on us.
You don't do that. That's so true.
Yeah.
Folks, if you want to get into contact with us, you can go to weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com. You can go to the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates Facebook group. You can go to the Weekly Planet Podcast subreddit and Discord for fun civil chats about podcasts.
You can have a good time
and
over
pop
there.
culture. Thank you to Fidel and Maisie and Sarabi for moderating over at those forums and doing the TikTok and the Clips channel. They're all on the.
They're all flying
linked.
high.
They're flying off the shelves.
Absolutely.
The TikToks and so forth, I assume.
Is it the best thing you've ever seen in your life also?
Absolutely, yes, it is. Yes, yeah.
I
I don't
love
have
it.
TikTok, but
No, but if you did.
I did. It would be the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Let's see if you want to follow some people on the socials. First, follow our friend Rob Collins, who edits this podcast. He's at Raw Collins on Twitter. He's at The Weekly Planet on Twitter. He'll keep you up to date on all things The Weekly Planet. He'll probably provide links to those live shows.
He will.
If James's explanation was incredibly
That's what
confusing.
Joel Zammett texted me. Take it up with him. He's like, here's the explanation. I'm like, I barely understand this. I'll read it out.
Great.
Yeah.
You are either going to have the best time ever or the worst time ever or a moderately okay time.
I'd rather one or the other.
Or a pretty nice time.
Pretty nice time's good, actually.
Or a bad time. Like if
No.
you slip over in the mud or something.
I don't want to slip over in
You
the
have
mud.
a muddy day and it overshadows the rest of the trip, you know?
What?
Yeah.
Can I just have a shower?
No, you get mud in your ears.
In my ears?
Yeah,
Why
that's
would
right.
that stop me from getting in the shower? They
They
don't let me back in the hotel?
That's correct.
They say,
Yeah.
no vagabonds here.
That's right.
This is the Queen's Palace.
Precisely. Get out of here, mud ear. They'll tell you, and you're out of there. You're banned.
I don't like that.
That's right. And then
Yeah.
you gotta just stalk the moors for eternity
Oh,
with
well.
mud in your ears.
Okay.
Here's mud in your ears.
There's mud in my ears.
That's right. Where was I?
You were talking about the moors.
Oh, that's right. The moors.
Collings linked
Oh,
something
you know
below.
what? Follow myself on Twitter at Wikipedia Brown and on Instagram
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Mick Maso. James is Mr. Sunday Movies everywhere.
I'm going to Instagram more.
I love that. It's
Probably.
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good. It's good fun time to do an Instagram, you know?
it is.
Let's see, folks. If you want to support the show, you go to patreon.com/Mr. Sunday Movies, chuck in a buck or an amount you would not miss, or go to bigsandwich.co, $9 per month, bonus podcast, movie commentaries, early videos,
that's
video
what I
game
was
let's
looking at.
plays,
That's what I
all
was
sorts of
looking
stuff. What are we doing this week?
at. For the Big Sandwich Comic Book
Yeah.
Club or whatever we're up to. Let me
Yes.
check. We've done the movie Red Notice recently.
Oh, yeah, it's a commentary.
date.
We didn't remake it. It's the 10th today.
10th today. Well, it's not today. It's not the 10th, but I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens Labyrinth we did.
The comic book.
Yeah, so on the week of the 12th. Oh, we got a commentary for Prometheus.
Love that.
There we go. Prometheus.
That's alien-based content,
That's right.
isn't it?
So, yeah, really looking forward to that new Alien movie. I
Very
hope
good.
It's good.
That's right. Thank you to the Brute and the Basilisk and Rackham for all our musical themes. You go to TeePublic, you search for The Weekly Planet, you get a T-shirt.
Please do.
And next week, Alien Romulus.
That's right.
Romulus.
And then next week after that, there'll be a different thing, won't there? And then forever.
And so on and so forth. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Oh, the Crows after that.
Whoa. Not feeling it?
I don't know.
People have said it's bad?
People said it's bad.
Yeah. You like that Bill Skarsgård,
I
don't
do.
You? You like that FKE Twigs, do you not?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, same, I suppose.
Should be good then.
Yeah, great.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.